Central shut the Pilots out last year 32-0. Before that, the last time they played was 2008. Also a big storm win.
The Graves County Eagles. The McCracken County Mustangs.
Both of these teams will have home games in the playoffs next week. The Eagles took care of Muhlenberg County last week 49-0 as Caden Gregory threw for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. Graves County only needing 143 yards on the ground, averaging 10 yards a carry and picking up their 4th straight win. They'll face a McCracken County team that will also be at home next week. A big win for the Mustangs last week, 52-7 over Davis County, and another big night for quarterback Maddox O'Neill, 258 passing yards and 5 touchdowns for the season. The junior quarterback has thrown for nearly 2,300 yards and 35 touchdowns against just 11 interceptions. Graves County won last year's game 19-7. They've won 3 straight in the series. McCracken County's last win over the Eagles came in 2019.
The Todd Central Rebels. The Warren Central Dragons.
The Rebels would like nothing more than to put an end to a 5-game losing streak and end the regular season on a high note before next week's playoff game at Mayfield. Last week, it was a 42-16 loss to Edmonson County that relegated the Rebels to the number 4 seed. Jameer Brewer had 63 rushing yards and a touchdown. Quarterback Braylon Elderbrook had 81 yards passing and 51 yards rushing, finding the end zone once. Aiden Bobbitt had another standout game on defense with 9 tackles, including 1 for loss. Like Todd County Central, Warren Central comes in with a record of 2-7, and they've lost 6 straight games. In fact, they've only scored 18 points in the last 3 weeks. Todd County Central will look to stop Zarante Howard, the Dragon running back, 574 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's also their quarterback. He's thrown for 600 yards and a pair of scores as well. Todd County Central surprised Warren Central last year, 29-26 in the win in Elkton. Tonight, they'll play in Bowling Green. It's a game you can hear on WEKT, the Todd 1070 and 92.1 FM. You can also listen online at WEKTradio.com.
The Webster County Trojans. The Fort Campbell Falcons.
The Falcons close out the regular season tonight in Dixon after last week's 50-0 loss to Owensboro Catholic. The Falcons, the number 2 seed in the district, they'll have a first-round home game, but can only manage 47 rushing yards against the Owensboro Catholic defense. J.P. Perryman did throw for 89 yards, but was picked off twice and led the Falcons on the ground with 39 yards. They'll play a Webster County team that will miss the playoffs after making it last year. The Trojans have lost 6 straight games. Last week, a 49-3 loss to Union County, a game that saw them not complete a pass and only rush for 115 yards. The Falcons would like a little bit of momentum as they will host Caldwell County in the first round next week. Last year, Webster County won a shootout with the Falcons, 73-48. They've won 2 straight against the Falcons.
You're locked in to your Sports Edge Football Friday.
So taking a look at what the playoff picture looks like next week, we'll start in Class 1A, where Russellville will host Bardstown Bethlehem. Bethlehem has a winning record. They're 5-4, but we're 0-3 in the district. Louisville Holy Cross will head to the land of concrete wigwams. They'll play the Purple Colonels of Caverna in the first round next week. Holy Cross 4-5 overall. The Purple Colonels are 6-3. Ballard Memorial will make the 200-plus mile trek to Campbellsville to take on the number 3 team in Class 1A. Campbellsville's first loss of the season came last week to Kentucky Country Day. Speaking of KCD, they get a bye next week because Fulton County opted to not drive to Louisville. In Class 2A District 1, Todd County Central will be on the road at Mayfield. The Cardinals wrapping up the number 1 seed last week with a win over Murray. The Tigers will host Edmonson County, the number 3 seed in District 2. Meanwhile, Fort Campbell will host Caldwell County. That is a series that goes back a ways, was always a top rivalry in the 1980s when the teams competed in Class 2A and only one school made the postseason. Owensboro Catholic, the number 1 seed in District 2, they'll host Crittenden County, a team they beat by 50 points earlier this year. In Class 3A, Union County is the number 1 seed in District 1. They'll welcome in Glasgow next week. Hancock County will have a game at home. They'll host Franklin Simpson. Meanwhile, McLean County makes the long trip to Adair County to face the Indians. And Hart County, the number 2 team in Class 3A, will host Hopkins County Central. Trigg County and Webster County not making the playoffs from District 1. Butler County 0-9 outside looking in District 2. In Class 5A District 1, Marshall County and Muhlenberg County not making the postseason this year. Apollo is the 4 seed. They'll be on the road in the first round against South Warren. Madisonville, the 3 seed in District 1. They'll play at Bowling Green. Graves County will host Greenwood, and Owensboro will host Ohio County. In Class 6A, in District 1, McCracken County, the number 1 seed. They will entertain Warren Central in the first round. Henderson County, the 2 seed. They'll host Barron County. Barron County 7-2, but lost to a 2-7 Central Hardin team last week. That means Central Hardin gets to host a first-round game, and the Bruins will host Christian County for a second straight year in the postseason next week. Davis County, the number 4 seed, they'll be on the road in the first round. They'll be at North Hardin. Class 4A, Region 1 will mean a computer will determine the final 2 teams that get into the postseason. Paducah Tillman's the number 1 seed regardless. They'll host Breckenridge County. Allen County Scottsville, the number 2 seed. They'll host Nelson County. John Hardin is the 2 seed in District 2. Bardstown, the 1 seed. They'll both host a first-round game. Warren East, Logan County, and Hopkinsville play tonight. Warren East is pretty much assured a 3 seed and will go on the road to John Hardin. Bardstown's waiting to see what happens between Hopkinsville and Logan County to see who comes to the land of Bourbon for their first-round game. Callaway County, 0-9, did not make the postseason.
Let's get real. If you really don't know what you want to do after high school, why spend 4 years and $1 zillion trying to figure it out? At Madisonville Community College, we'll help you choose from dozens of exceptional certificate and degree programs. If it doesn't work out, you can try something else and still finish in way less time for way less money than at a 4-year school. Visit madisonville.kctcs.edu. College for the real world. College for your world.
Your Sports Edge Football Friday is powered by Madisonville Community College.
You've been listening to your Sports Edge Football Friday here on WPKY. Coming up, it's Caldwell County Tiger football. Listen along on WPKY 103.3 FM, 1580 AM, and online at WPKYonline.com.
Your Sports Edge Football Friday is powered by Madisonville Community College.
Looking for a no-nonsense tractor with reliable power that's easy to use? Then check out Case IH Farmall Utility A-Series tractors at H&R Agri Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, and Owensboro. The turbocharged electronically controlled engine features 3 cylinders and a tunnel block design that ensures ruggedness and easy maintenance without sacrificing power or efficiency. Case IH Farmall Utility A-Series tractors deliver all the pulling power and hydraulics you need. To learn more about Case IH Farmall Utility A-Series tractors, visit H&R Agri Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, or Owensboro today.
Adventure just got better at West Kentucky ATVs.
We're moved to our new location on Highway 62 West in Princeton, just a mile past Walmart. With a trusted lineup of pre-owned ATVs and a new range of parts, accessories, and services, we're ready to enhance your riding experience.
Gear up for your next outdoor journey with the people who know adventure. Keep watching for new inventory and stay updated on Facebook.
West Kentucky ATVs, here to power your journey. Ready, set, rah!
It's fall, y'all. I'm Stephanie, manager of Purcell Tire. We offer a wide variety of options to keep your vehicle running smooth so you can enjoy this beautiful fall weather. We are now offering our fall car care package that includes oil and filter change, tire rotation and tread depth check, brakes, battery, belts, and hoses inspected. Call us today at 270-365-7291. Come see us at 309 U.S. Highway 62 West in Princeton or visit us online at purcelltire.com.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Looking for a no-nonsense tractor with reliable power that's easy to use? Then check out Case IH Farm All Utility A-Series tractors at H&R Agri Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, and Owensboro. The turbocharged, electronically controlled engine features 3 cylinders and a tunnel block design that ensures ruggedness and easy maintenance without sacrificing power or efficiency. Case IH Farm All Utility A-Series tractors deliver all the pulling power and hydraulics you need. To learn more about Case IH Farm All Utility A-Series tractors, visit H&R Agri Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, or Owensboro today.
Penny Royal Hospice wants to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Tiger football is on the air on 1580 103.3 WPKY on your free WPKY app and worldwide streaming audio on WPKYonline.com. It's time for the Caldwell County Coaches Show on WPKY.
The 139 Bowl tonight as the Caldwell County Tigers take on the Trigg County Wildcats at Purdue Field in Cadiz. Good evening, everyone. This is Todd Griffin of WPKY Radio and YourSportsEdge.com. We'll talk to Tiger head coach Aaron McClung about tonight's matchup right after this on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Stay safe on the road while keeping your vehicle in top shape while enjoying a smoother, quieter ride. Ensure fuel efficiency by trusting the tire experts at Trice Hughes. Stocking leading brands like Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and Bridgestone ensures quality and longevity. Plus, enjoy no-cost tire rotations with every service appointment for the life of your tires. Discover the Trice Hughes difference in Princeton or find them at tricehughesgm.com. At Trice Hughes, they're more than just tires.
Hey, it's Tess. Join me weekday mornings from 6 to 9. We like playing games, but we love making winners. Look at you go, girl!
You did great, girl. You did wonderful.
You got it! That's exciting. Everything you need to know and a whole lot of fun. Start your day with us. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. What station made you winner this morning?
WPKY.
WPKY in Princeton.
WPKY.
Go with the good old America, WPKY.
What are we going to do? Doctor, will he be okay?
Unexpected happens. Goodwin Insurance Agency has you covered with auto, home, life, commercial, boat, and RV insurance. That way, when the unexpected happens...
Congratulations! It's a girl!
You're covered.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
It's the annual 139 Bowl, and the Caldwell County Tigers are in Cadiz tonight to take on the Trigg County Wildcats. We're back with Tiger head coach Aaron McClung ahead of tonight's contest. And Coach McClung, a big border rival. We had one last week, got another one this week.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's been a big game as long as I've been at Caldwell County. Trigg County game has always been one of our most important games of the season. Sometimes it's a district game, sometimes it's not, but it's always been a big, important game, and we look forward to it.
A big win over Crittenden County last week. I think the thing that impressed me with both teams last week is how hard they played and how hard a hitting game it was because, you know, the number 3 seed was on the line, but the guys were out there playing like the number 1 seed was on the line.
Yeah, it's always a very physical game with Crittenden. Of course, I was happy to win, but I was also it was a really pretty clean played game. You know, we've had some games with them that have kind of gotten chippy, And both teams, I felt like, really kept it about just playing the game the right way, and it was a really exciting, competitive game, and lots of big hitting, and I was just glad that we were able to pull it out.
Have you seen a difference in practice this week after getting that win? When you win a game, is there a little more upbeat tempo in practice the next week?
Well, I think the kids have practiced hard all year. I think we've kept a pretty good attitude all year. Every week that we've gone into the game, I feel like that we felt like we were prepared, and the kids, the kids were really trying to believe that we could go out and win. So I don't see a big difference. I feel like the kids have done a good job of getting ready to compete every week, and it did feel good on Monday when we started. We didn't watch any of the Crittenden film because we want to focus on the rest of our season, but it did feel good. It was a good accomplishment. They'd beaten us the last 2 years in a row, so it was good to finally get that streak broken and to get them beaten and get the 3 seed. And there's a big difference in the 3 and 4 seed playing that other district. So we were happy to get that done.
Well, you could say there's not as much on the line this week, but in a way there is, because you guys want to build some momentum going into the playoffs. And for Trigg, they're not going to the playoffs, so they want to finish the year strong and get that 139 Bowl trophy.
Well, it's a big game for both of us. Trigg didn't make the playoffs, so this will be their last game. So it's going to be important to them, especially their seniors. And they're a big rival, and our kids will be pumped up to play them. And we really want to keep things going as we get in the playoffs. So it's going to be an important game to both teams.
As you look back over the entire season, talk about the way you guys have progressed, because 3-6 on the season. But if you look at that KHSAA RPI, we've kind of steadily been moving up that thing.
Yeah, well, we're so much more consistent on offense than we were last year. I still don't really feel like we've played a perfect game or a really good game offensively. But we've ran the ball well at times. In most of the games that we won, it's because we were able to run the ball effectively. We've thrown the ball well at times, but we've turned it over too much. We need to cut down on that. So I feel like we've been pretty consistent offensively all year, but there's still room to improve. Defensively, we play well at times, and then we give up big plays that kind of have hurt us in some of those big games. So I felt like the defense played great on Friday night. Crittenden is a very explosive offense, good quarterback, good receivers, good coaching. So, I felt like our defense really played hard. I felt like they made a couple plays that probably turned the game our way. That interception right before halftime was a giant momentum swing that would have gone the other way if we hadn't picked that off. And we got some pressure on the quarterback, which we've struggled at times during the year. So, we still have room to improve, and that's a good thing to have this time of the year. You keep a good attitude, and the teams that usually get to progress in the playoffs are the teams that continue to get better every week. And, I told the kids this week that, you played almost a whole season, and if you approach practice as you're still trying to get better, those are the teams that win in the playoffs, the teams that want to keep things going. And so, we backed off a little bit of contact during the week, but we still want to improve. We still want to study hard, study film, and we want to continue to get better so we can move on in the playoffs.
You guys forced 4 turnovers against Crittenden County, and you mentioned the one right before halftime was big, but really all 4 of those turnovers came at key spots.
Yeah, and Crittenden hadn't turned the ball over a lot this year. So that was, they'd only thrown 3 interceptions. So that probably won us the game. Getting those 4 turnovers probably won us the game. There weren't a lot of penalties. So winning that turnover battle, it probably sealed it for us.
Well, and you won time of possession last week, so able to run the football, all those things that go into a big football win.
Especially in the fourth quarter. When we were going into the fourth quarter, and I thought they played well defensively. They've struggled at times stopping the run, but I thought they had played pretty well up to the fourth quarter in that game. And I really feel like what made us able to put the game away in the fourth quarter was able to run the ball at them. We just kind of wore them down. and we were able to just out-physical them in the fourth quarter, and that took us home.
Speaking of the turnovers again, though, we're kind of on a record watch right now with Luke Parker. His interception last week was the 7th of the season. That ties for second most in a season at Caldwell County with some guy named D. Kane and some guy named Stuart Childress. The record is 9 by Pete Moore in 1963.
That's a pretty impressive record. 9 in a season is for a school. That's pretty high up there because Luke is tied for the lead in the state.
Yeah,
I believe him and about 4 or 5 other kids have 7 interceptions. So, he's got a chance to lead the state in interceptions, and if he can get 3, he'll be the all-time single season here. But 9's a lot. That's a lot of interceptions.
Well, and if you look at those interceptions at Caldwell, Pete Morris came in 1963, D. Canes came in 2012, and Stuart Childress's came in 1998. And those years all have something in common.
They all played a lot of games.
Well, and they all went to the state championship that year. So, maybe that's a good omen.
That'd be a great omen.
So I'm not sure how much Trigg County throws the ball or how many more chances. I mean, we're guaranteed 2 more games for sure. Hopefully more. But we'll give Luke all the chances he can get.
They're about 70-30 run to pass. But, if we can do a good job stopping the run and stopping the good kid, who's a really good – he already has nearly 1,200 yards rushing. He's a really good running back. If we can stop him, maybe we can make him throw a little bit more. But, they're a run-first team, so –
Luke has kind of made hay back there just playing center field sometimes. And when the other teams throw up a jump ball, I mean, he's an athletic kid that he can go get those most of the time.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good nose to the ball. It's pretty natural for him back there. He's actually had a really impressive season. I was talking to the coaches about this yesterday, and if you just look at individually our statistics, you go through our statistics and you look at them individually, we don't have anybody that really jumps off the page if you just look at one side of the ball. But if you look at what some of our kids have done this season as a whole, statistically, it's pretty impressive. You take a kid like Cam Spikes, who has nearly 600 yards rushing and almost 100 tackles. And you take a kid like Gus Fox, who has 500 and something yards receiving and also a bunch of tackles and touchdowns. And, there's some other kids like that if you just look at their offensive statistics, it's maybe not that great, or just their defensive. But then when you look at the statistics they put up on both sides, man, they've made a lot of plays, a lot of good football got out of them. So,
yeah, it's been a good season, I think, overall. Sometimes people look at that record and say 3-6, and maybe it was a down year. But after going 1-10 last season, feels like this year is a big step forward.
It has been a big step. We play a really brutal schedule, and I really feel like our kids have competed some in every game we've played in. I don't really feel like anybody's just dominated us from beginning to end. It's just some games we weren't able to compete for 4 quarters. But I really feel like when we play people that have equal talent to us, we've played really well. And I think Trigg County is kind of a team that has similar talent to us. So I hope the kids in the other 3 games that we played, I felt like that we had at least equal talent or maybe a little better talent, and our kids played well. And Trigg County's they're kind of like us, so we need to play well, and I think the kids will be excited, and we'll see what happens.
139 bowl tonight, Caldwell County and Trigg County. We'll be back with more with Coach Aaron McClung after this on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Of all the holidays we observe, Thanksgiving is the most distinctively American. The traditions we celebrate were created to honor the hopes and dreams, fortitude, and gratitude of our forefathers, and the American families who have counted their many blessings for generations since. At Penny Ryle Electric, we give thanks for you. We appreciate your trust and your friendship. Happy Thanksgiving from the people of Penny Ryle Electric. Thankful to have empowered our members and the communities we serve since 1937.
Depositing checks into your Planters Bank checking account just got even easier. In addition to stopping by any of our convenient locations, you can now deposit checks for free, even on the go. It's like having a Planters Bank teller wherever you are. With a simple snap from your smartphone's camera, your check deposit is in the bank. Planters Bank Deposit. Reason number 43 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
From vinyl to virtual,
We've been there for it all.
The best music.
Worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
The best music. So much good music.
Download the free WPKY app and listen live.
I don't listen to anything else.
My station.
Love it. It's my favorite.
1580 103.3.
Have you found the right place for music?
WPKY.
Give it your all this season, Tigers. Good luck from the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center.
We are talking with Tiger head coach Aaron McClung as the Tigers get ready to take on Trigg County in the annual 139 Bowl tonight in Cadiz. And, Coach, a bit of a rarity. We haven't been to Purdue Field in a couple of years because we got them back-to-back home games for some reason.
Yeah, I guess when the scheduling cycle flipped, we ended up I don't know, I didn't make it, so probably one of us needed a home game and the other team needed an away game, so we ended up getting them at home back to back. But going down to Purdue Field, it's a really cool place to play. There's the track is outside of the visitor stand, so on the visitor side, it's like you're right on top of the field, and it's a really good place to watch the game from either side. So there's been some really great games played down there all the way back a long time, way before I even started playing football. So it's a long historical rivalry, and hopefully the kids will be excited about playing.
It's the longest continuous rivalry on the schedule. Caldwell County has never not played Trigg County. It goes all the way back to consolidation in 1954. We played them twice one year because we met them in the playoffs as well. And if you go back to Princeton Butler High School, I think it continually goes back to 47. And then there were some other games even before then against Trigg County. So, yeah, this is another series that goes way back.
Yeah, and it's close. Cash told me today, he said, well, I'm going to go fill up the Suburban for you. And I'm like, well, you don't have to fill it up.
Yeah.
It's just about 20, 25 minutes down the road. And, it's a cool place to play. And, we look forward to it.
And Trigg becomes a district game for you guys next season.
Yeah, they go back to being a district game. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly where they fall on the schedule, but, we would play them no matter what. But it being a district game just adds more value to it.
You look at the district this season, and you have to think that the first district, except for the game against Owensboro Catholic, the first district matches up pretty good against the second district in Class 2A.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I feel like that we have the best 2A district in the state. I think, outside of Owensboro Catholic, I think all the other teams in our district would finish at least second, in that side. So I feel like we're just got a little more talent on this side, better teams. So I hope that we represent the district well. We got to go on the road, but I feel like it's a game that we can go down and compete and have a chance to win, and that's what we want to do.
Back to Trigg County, how do they line up offensively, and what do you kind of expect from them on the game tonight? Because we mentioned Davari Good is going to get his touches.
Oh, yeah, he's going to touch it a lot. I think he carried it like 40 times or 42 times last year. He played quarterback last year. They had an injury, and he played quarterback, and he's not playing quarterback this year. I don't know if they'll put him there. They run a spread, but they're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball first. They're going to try to find creative ways to get him the ball. And they want to open up deep passes for number 5. I think his last name is Williams. He's a really electrifying player. They're pretty big up front. Got pretty big offensive line. So they're gonna try to find different ways to get Davari Good the ball. Quarterback. I think he's a freshman. He's a young kid, but he throws a pretty good ball, and they're gonna throw it deep to loosen things up for Good. But if they can get him going, it'll be a long night.
Thought you guys did a pretty good job up front offensively last week against Crittenden County, especially when you were down 2 starters.
Yeah, we lost Zai for the season to what we think is an ACL injury. And then we lost Shane Fayro on the first play of the game when he knocked himself silly on the kickoff. So we play, and it's been kind of that way for the last 3 or 4 weeks. We've had a lot of kids have to play both ways. But, hopefully the weather's supposed to be cooler tomorrow, and hopefully that'll make it a little easier for them to handle it. But, we're playing Ironman football from here on out. I've lost 2 linemen. So we've been blessed most of the year, but the last few weeks we've had a few injuries, but we've had kids step up and play through it.
You look at the Trigg County defense; they've given up some points this season. They've actually got in some games that were kind of turned into shootouts, and I don't know if we're going to see that kind of game tonight or not.
I hope we don't.
Yeah,
I hope we only see a one-way shootout, but they've scored some points this year. They don't give up. They have some really explosive athletes, and they can score some points. And you never know. We've had some crazy shootouts with them. I remember a game 3 or 4 years ago that was like 60-something to 50-something. And I hope it's not one of those nights. That's a long night for a defensive coordinator, but you never know. Hopefully we'll come out and we'll play well right off the bat, and we'll get them nailed down, maybe stop the run, and hopefully we just score a bunch of points.
Trigg has also had a little trouble with special teams some this season, and that's an area you guys have really gotten better in and have utilized quite a bit this season.
Yeah, I do feel like that's a strength. Our numbers haven't been great this year, and we haven't been able to play any JV games this year. But what that has allowed us to do is we have a full practice on Monday, and we've been going full pads on Monday. So we go full pads 3 days a week, and we spend an hour every Monday on special teams. So that was one thing when I kind of looked at our numbers, and I thought we don't really have enough kids to play JV, so we're going to make use of having an extra practice. And we have, and I really think that's what's made a big difference on our special teams play.
Feels like the Tiger offense is also kind of hitting its stride. I mean, I think the offense has been pretty good all season. Sometimes maybe it didn't show up because we were playing a 6A or a 5A school. But I think you look at the numbers, and, again, they've come a long way from last year.
Oh, a ton. We've come a ton. I mean, when you look at last year's schedule, I think we only scored double digits maybe 2 or 3 times the whole season, and we've scored double-digit points in every game this year.
Yeah.
So
I think we're averaging about 24 a game.
Yeah, it's night and day difference, and it's most of the same kids. It's just a year of experience. Last year we played 3 quarterbacks because we were really unsettled at that position, and I wanted to give every kid a shot at it, and I was hoping that one of them would kind of play their way into the number 1 role. Never really happened throughout the season. Dalen was just a freshman, and Jack was a sophomore, and then Luke was a junior, and it just never really had clarity at the position. And this year we kind of clarified that right off the bat, and I think that's done a lot to make us better on offense.
Thought Dalen really had a good game for you last week. The 1 pick. But other than that, I mean, he was 12 of 15.
Yeah, the fumbles and the exchanges are a little concerning. They're not all his fault. But center, quarterback, running back exchanges, we had 2 bad fumbles on those. So we want to eliminate those, and those are, I think they should be pretty easy fixes, and hopefully, because I really feel like if we don't have those 2 fumbles, we would probably score at least one more time, because I think one of those was coming off a turnover that we had just gotten. So. Or a punt with a short field. That's what it was. They punted from their goal line, and we had it at like the 50 to start off, and then we immediately fumbled it. So we definitely want to eliminate that and take care of the ball. And getting Cam Wilson back has made us better. He's really a weapon catching the ball and running the ball. So our skill positions on offense, I really feel like are playing well right now, and hopefully we'll play good tonight.
If you take away the 2 kneel downs at the end of each half last week, you guys had the ball 9 times. You scored 6 of those, and the other 3 were turnovers. So when you held on to the football, you got points.
I did know that we didn't punt. I did remember after the game that we never punted the whole game. So we have a good punter, but luckily we didn't have to use him. And hopefully we won't have to punt again. That's a good problem to have.
And are you into scoregami? Last week was actually scoregami for Caldwell County.
That's kind of crazy to think. I mean, it doesn't seem like that unusual of a score. 36 to 27. That seems like that would be a score that could, regularly occur. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Now, how important is this game tonight for you guys to try to build momentum for the playoffs?
It's the most important game on the schedule, Todd.
the
The
next
game
one.
right in front of you is always the most important game. We've had okay practice, not as good as I would have hoped, so hopefully we'll get that fixed today and we'll show up ready to play.
All right, 139 Bowl trophy is on the line. Good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Todd.
Tiger head coach Aaron McClung as the Tigers get set to take on Trigg County. Stay tuned. The Tiger pregame show is next here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
I'm Jeff McDaniels, financial advisor with InvestFB. My favorite part of what we do is helping clients realize that doing small things consistently can add up to bigger successes down the road.
Success on the basketball court is a lot like that. If you do enough little things right, your chances of winning improve.
Travis, I could not have said that better. Having a great team around you can't hurt either.
Yes, sir. Everyone needs someone to hold the ladder when cutting down the net.
This is a paid testimonial. The provider has received or will receive compensation paid by the Farmers Bank and Trust Company. The individual providing this testimonial is a current client of InvestFB Wealth Management and does not have additional conflicts of interest. The testimonial may not be representative of the experience of other customers, and the testimonial is no guarantee of future performance or success.
It's fall, y'all. I'm Stephanie, manager of Purcell Tire. We offer a wide variety of options to keep your vehicle running smooth so you can enjoy this beautiful fall weather. We are now offering our fall car care package that includes oil and filter change, tire rotation and tread depth check, brakes, battery, belts, and hoses inspected. Call us today at 270-365-7291. Come see us at 309 U.S. Highway 62 West in Princeton or visit us online at purcelltire.com.
As a bank that's been part of the Caldwell County communities for almost 140 years, we've seen many changes. As we celebrate First Southern's first 40 years as an organization, we know any achievements we have had are because of the customers we worked alongside. We affirm our commitment to the shared values that brought us here. We look forward to spending the next 40 years and beyond serving you. For more information, visit fsmb.net. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Alan Watts with Your Ag Edge, inviting you to join me Monday through Friday at 5:30 a.m. for the WPKY Morning Ag Report. We check in daily with Caldwell County Agriculture Extension Agent Shane Bogle. Get the latest from fellow farm broadcaster Max Armstrong. Take a look at the latest livestock market reports. Hear the latest edition of Traveling the Bluegrass and check the opening grain market with Hopkins Elevator's Ben Westerfield. That's the Morning Ag Report from Your Ag Edge Network on 103.3 FM and 1580 AM WPKY.
You Ride hopes you'll ride with the Tigers and Lady Tigers all season.
Time to head live to the stadium for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew. The Caldwell County Tiger pregame show is on the air.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cadiz, Kentucky, where tonight the 3-6 Caldwell County Tigers will battle the 3-6 Trigg County Wildcats in the annual 139 Bowl. We'll start breaking this one down between the Tigers and the Wildcats next on the Travis Construction and Concrete pregame show on your home for Caldwell County Tigers football, 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and online at WPKYonline.com.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care. Our team of medical professionals can diagnose and treat a wide range of orthopedic care and get you back on the path to a happier, healthier you. Whether you need basic fracture care or osteoporosis management, a sports physical, or back pain treatment, we've got you covered. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with an orthopedic provider, visit caldwellmedical.com.
Is there anything we can do for you? Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky wants to help. At Johnson's, we get excited when you walk in the door or call for assistance. We look forward to solving your problems and lending a hand. We carry most major appliances, including GE washers, GE dryers, and GE refrigerators. We also carry parts and offer service. Johnson's in Marion, Kentucky wants to be your appliance store and service center. Let Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion lend a hand. Stop in or shop online.
Picture this. You're sipping coffee, admiring the home of your dreams with a fresh, vibrant coat of paint.
At Altman Coatings, we bring this vision to life.
faster and more efficiently than you ever thought.
If you're ready to take the next step, a free estimate is just a phone call away.
Call 889-8500 for a free estimate.
That's 889-8500 for your free estimate.
Learn more about Altman Coatings on Facebook and TikTok.
It's the ultimate in high school sports coverage. YourSportsEdge.com brings you award-winning coverage of all the thrilling action right at your fingertips and in the palm of your hand with our really cool app. Heart-stopping touchdowns and buzzer-beating shots, we've got it all. Don't miss a single moment at YourSportsEdge.com and be a part of the winning team.
Herb Hayes Furniture wants to wish the Tigers best of luck this year.
Welcome back to Purdue Field at Cadiz, Kentucky. Trigg County High School, Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker on the call with you tonight. Camden McGregor in the truck, Todd Griffin down on the field, and we'll go to Todd a little bit later here in the Travis Construction pregame show. Travis Construction and Concrete for all of your construction and concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and much more. Good luck, Tigers. Here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. Last season, Ken, Caldwell County came into the season finale against Trigg County 0-9 and picked up a big win, 41-7 over Trigg County. The Tigers have improved immensely. We played a tough schedule, but I think tonight will be the culmination of how much these kids have improved over a lot of adversity the last couple of seasons. They're going to come out tonight, and I expect a good game following that great game I thought against Crittenden County last week. Put what they've learned on the field and get ready with some good momentum to go into Fort Campbell next week in the playoffs.
Absolutely, Dennis. Last week was a huge win for Caldwell County. We had struggled against Crittenden County the last couple of years, and we came out and put together one of our more complete games offensively, defensively. We ran the ball well. We threw the ball well. We were able to force some turnovers. And so, I tell you, looking for this game, Trigg County, they're going to be ready. This is senior night. This is this group's last time to play on Purdue Field. They've not had success against Caldwell County. This senior class has never beaten them. So there's a little extra motivation on their part. We have a 12 or 13-year win streak dating back to, I believe it was Senelar's freshman year when their weather shortened the game at Caldwell County. So I'm sure Todd will mention that at some point tonight. But again, these guys they'll be ready. We do not need to be overconfident tonight, Dennis. I think the key, we have to come out with the same intensity that we did against Crittenden County, because this is a dangerous football team. They got some dangerous players on this team, so we have to be ready to play.
I think you're exactly right there. You don't want to come in and overlook Trigg, but you also don't want to come in and treat this like a light practice and put everything off until next week. You want to go in with everything flowing good, with all of your players doing what they're supposed to do, eliminate the turnovers that at times seemed like they were going to really hurt us last week, but come in and take care of the football, take care of the running game of Trigg County, and just go into Fort Campbell with a lot of momentum next week.
Absolutely, Dennis. I mean, Fort Campbell's a good football team. They've gotten a lot better. I mean, don't discount that, Hopkins Central beat them, because that's not the same Fort Campbell team they have right now. That team beat Madisonville earlier this year. It's a good Fort Campbell team. You certainly don't want to look ahead, but you want to have a little momentum. Momentum is so important in the game of football. We gathered some momentum last week in the late third and early fourth quarter, and it took us on to win that game pretty handily in the fourth quarter. So, last year these guys, Caldwell County was 0-9 or 0-8 coming into the game, yes, and boy, they put together a great game against Trigg County, and I was a little surprised that. It seemed like Trigg County sort of just kind of was going through the motions. They were, this team this year, they're out of the playoffs. But they have a lot to play for tonight. This is their last time to play here at home. So I bet they'll be a little motivated this evening.
Ken, I was looking at last year's games. Caldwell County shuffled 3 different quarterbacks last year in Dalen Lander, Jack Roach, and Luke Parker. Last year in that game against Trigg County, Luke Parker was 10 out of 14 playing quarterback. Well, this season, Caldwell County answered a lot of questions, and I think that's part of the improvement and growth of this team. There was a lot of things up in the air even as late as this game last year. This year they solved those. They've got Dalen Lander at quarterback. They've got Luke at receiver. They've got a running game with Spikes and Maddox. Everybody knows their role this season. Talk a little bit about the improvement of that offense as a whole and maybe one of the players in particular.
Well, I think, number one, as a father, I'm really proud of Luke and his ability to accept losing a spot at quarterback your senior year and just, understanding that that's what they felt was best for the team, and he did that. I mean, he accepted his role at receiver. And
I can remember talking about that last year. That was a hard thing for a 17-year-old kid to do.
Well, it is. But he's kind of embraced his role, and he told me this summer, I just want to play football, and that's what you want to hear. You want football players. So that's number one. So you have to buy into that. If you're the quarterback that has to move, you have to buy into that.
Right.
And as a senior, you kind of can be a leader and show those other guys, say, hey, a little adversity doesn't hurt anybody. And so, moving on to Cam Spikes, I really hated that Cam's a senior because he's just now figuring out the game of football.
I agree.
I watched him run the ball last week, and Coach McClung and I were talking, and, there was a 4th down in one play, and we didn't block anybody, and he just lowered his pads, and he willed himself to that 1st down, and that was a huge play.
Yes.
We were down at 2 points at that point in the game, and Cam was able to get the 1st down. He's making cuts. He's really embracing the role as a running back position, and he's done a wonderful job, but he's just now getting started, and the season's almost over,
And leading the team in tackles on top of all that.
But playing a great linebacker too. And then, the other skill guys, you're looking at Luke Maddox. I mean, he had a huge touchdown against Crittenden. Right. He's very fast kid, has a great first step. He's a threat running the ball or catching the ball. And, of course, Gus Fox. I mean, Gus is he's our leading receiver this year, and he's had a great year. I mean, Gus has got 574 yards receiving on 43 catches and 8 touchdowns. And, when you need 6 or 7 yards in the air, that's a guy that you're going to go to. He's got sure hands. He has the ability to box out, get open, find the open area in the field, and Dalen's done a nice job of finding him. And then our other receiver, Luke Parker, of course, he has 34 catches for 452 yards and a couple of scores. And, that adds another threat on the field. I thought last week we played a great high-low game with Crittenden County. We got a couple of comeback passes. When a couple of guys went deep with Gus, we were able to get Luke Maddox and Luke Parker on those comebacks. And I thought Dalen did a nice job of finding that open receiver last week.
Caldwell County coming in off a big win against Crittenden County last week that enabled Caldwell to pick up a playoff game against Fort Campbell and not have to go to the state's #1 team at Owensboro Catholic. So that was huge. Caldwell County on a good roll right now at 3-6 on the season. We're going to take a break during senior night here at Trigg County. When we come back on the Travis Construction and Concrete pregame show, we'll take a look at tonight's injury report and also get our first visit down on the field with Todd. All of that's still to come right here on WPKY.
Feeling under the weather? Visit Princeton Drug Store for quick and easy testing. For only $40, get tested for flu, COVID, or strep. And the pharmacist can write you a prescription on the spot. In about 20 minutes, you can have your diagnosis, prescription, and a school excuse without leaving your car. Why wait at the doctor's office when you can get back to feeling better faster? Come to Princeton Drugs drive-thru today and take the fast lane to recovery. Princeton Drug Store, your quick stop to feeling good again.
As a community, we faced challenges. We've seen that working together as a team, we're stronger. This is Heather Riley, marketing specialist with the Edge Media Group. With over 7 decades of building customer relationships, we've learned a thing or two about teamwork. We're dream builders. Through marketing campaigns designed specifically for unique needs, we help customers grow, building today's ideas into tomorrow's legacies. This is Heather Riley. Come build a legacy with me. Find out how at theedgemediagroup.net.
Is there anything we can do for you? Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky wants to help. At Johnson's, we get excited when you walk in the door or call for assistance. We look forward to solving your problems and lending a hand. We carry most major appliances, including GE washers, GE dryers, and GE refrigerators. We also carry parts and offer service. Johnson's in Marion, Kentucky wants to be your appliance store and service center. Let Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion lend a hand. Stop in or shop online.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
La Potacina Mexican Restaurant would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to Purdue Field and the Travis Construction and Concrete pregame show as the Tigers get set to take on the Wildcats here in Trigg County. Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker with you tonight on the call. Let's take a quick look at tonight's injury report brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center. Caldwell Medical Associates Orthopedic Clinic is your one-stop shop for orthopedic care to get you back out on the field. Our skilled team of providers have the experience and knowledge to treat and diagnose a wide range of orthopedic services. Caldwell Medical Associates is a proud sponsor of Caldwell County Athletics. Senior night activities about to wrap up here in Katie's, getting set for this one as the Tigers want to clean up some things tonight that they had last week, make this a good, clean game against Trigg County and go in to next week's game on a high note against Fort Campbell. Time now for our first report from down on the sideline, and for that we'll go down on the field with a Go Green field report with Todd. We have him. And some technical difficulties right now getting that microphone going. As soon as we get that worked out, we'll talk to Todd down on the field. We've enjoyed those reports all season long. Again, they are brought to you by Go Green. Big thanks to Go Green Lawn Care for always keeping our fields in great condition. And also fall, the best time of the year to seed and to landscape. So don't forget those mums and pumpkins. That's at Princeton Nursery and Lawn Care and Go Green. Try it again. Cameron, let's go down. This time, a Go Green field report with Todd Griffin.
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
Got you now, buddy.
All right, good. Just saying a couple of 3-6 teams here tonight, and on the surface you might look at that and say it's not a big deal, but it is a really big deal for both of these teams. For Trigg County, they're not going to the playoffs, so this is their playoff game. It's the 139 Bowl, and it's their bowl game. It's their last time to shine. For Caldwell County, you're trying to build some momentum going into the playoffs next week at Fort Campbell, and of course this Trigg County team actually beat Fort Campbell, so you want to kind of see where you stand there. Some interesting scores this year. Madisonville North Hopkins went to Fort Campbell and got beat. So trying to figure out exactly which Fort Campbell team we're going to see next week down on the Army base. But if you're Caldwell County, I think it's been a really good season. Again, you look at the 3-6 record, and sometimes maybe that record doesn't show it, but I think the team has improved offensively and defensively throughout the season. I think we've actually played some good games in games that we didn't win. Some of those situations against the bigger schools were instances where we just about had to play perfectly to try to win those games, and that's really asking a lot of a team to try to pull that off. But again, it's been a good season. You want to get that one more win, maybe put together a win streak, get the win tonight, go down to Fort Campbell and pick up a win there, and all of a sudden you're 5-6 and maybe going down to Mayfield with a chance to pull off a big upset there. So lots going on, and we do have a record watch going on. Maybe you guys heard it during the coach's interview. Luke Parker with 7 interceptions this season. That is currently second all-time. Pete Moore holds the record with 9. That was back in the 1963 state championship season. So be interesting to see if Luke can get that. Sometimes it just depends on how much the other team wants to pass the ball. But now here at Purdue Field, we're going to get our national anthem.
And the national anthem will be played by our award-winning Trigg County High School Marching Band. Please remain standing until the colors have left the field.
Always a great moment here at Trigg County as they bring the flags out to the field. One of the things you seldom see anymore, Ken. This is a rarity, but Trigg County has done this for several years, and they are coming out along the sideline on the near side now before we have tonight's national anthem. Great night for football here. Temperature about 57 degrees at kickoff. It's going to get down to about 48 by the time this one is over. The veterans are leading out on the field now with the American flag and the state flag at the 25-yard line. So they will get centered into the field, and then the Trigg County High School Marching Band will perform tonight's national anthem as we get set for the Tigers and the Wildcats just about 8.5 minutes away from kickoff. The flags are presented. We'll pause now for the national anthem. Trigg County will have the colors marched off of the field by two veterans. So we appreciate their efforts tonight as well. Great job by the Trigg County High School Marching Band with tonight's national anthem. Just under 7 minutes to play. Caldwell County coming out onto the field from the warm-up facility. White jerseys, blue pants, gold helmets for the Tigers. Trigg County in all black tonight. And I want to take a minute to thank, and Todd, you may have taken the same tour. Doug Lloyd, the athletic director here at Trigg County, showed us the new indoor practice facility that does not only football but archery, wrestling, cheerleading, and then the new press box is fantastic here across the field. Todd, hope you get to see those before you leave tonight.
Yeah, I was able to go in and take a look at that practice facility. They've got basically half of a football field in there. It's beautiful.
Getting set for Caldwell County and Trigg County. Let's go back down with Todd Griffin for a Go Green report.
Yeah, we're just talking about the record watch. We're watching for Luke Parker tonight. He just needs 2 more interceptions, and mentioned that Pete Moore holds the record. That was in 1963. He had 9 interceptions. D. Kane had 7 interceptions in 2012. Stuart Childress had 7 interceptions back in 1998. And guys, if you start looking at those seasons, 63 and 98 and 12, those are all seasons that Caldwell County played in the state championship. So, you know, who knows what might go on as we carry on here.
Well,
I think Owensboro Catholic's
good
worried.
to think that, but
I think Old Catholic's pretty worried right now. Huh? That's pretty impressive. You know, how impressive is it that Pete Moore, in a time when it was 3 yards and a cloud of dust, is the all-time interceptions leader? Now, the other 2 guys, I mean, you know, those guys are. They need no introduction, but that's pretty impressive to have that record at 1963.
It is in the era of spread offenses. Now you can understand the other 2, and then Luke having a great season in that defensive backfield as well with 7 interceptions.
I hope it gets about 4 or 5 more for the year's over, man. It'd be a great year.
Todd, thank you for that report tonight. Down on the field, 4:45 left before we kick this one off between the Wildcats and the Tigers here at Purdue Field. We'll take a quick break and come back with the last segment of tonight's Travis Construction and Concrete pregame show after this.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Used Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs.
Connection lost. Connected.
Back to Trigg County High School. Let's go down to the field for tonight's coin toss.
You guys pull around there. You guys come around here.
Okay, so Trigg County wins the coin toss tonight, guys. They're going to defer to the second half. Caldwell County wants the football first tonight, so the Tigers will get it first here in Cadiz.
Thank you, Todd, for that report down on the field. Caldwell County to get the football first tonight in this one, 2.5 minutes before we kick it off. That's going to wrap us up on the Travis Construction and Concrete pregame show. We'll take a break, come back and get set for the kickoff next on WPKY.
Your local McDonald's wants you to know that they are ready to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine-in or the drive-thru is always open, and they offer curbside pickup service. To avoid the wait in the drive-thru, you can download the McDonald's app and try curbside pickup. Stop in soon and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your local McDonald's. Proud to be a part of this community. McDonald's of Princeton, proud supporters of the Caldwell County Tigers.
Why support local?
Locally made products. Local business owners often sell local products, which helps preserve our community's distinction and creates more local jobs.
The Edge Media Group urges you to support local every chance you get.
Princeton Electric Plant Board wishes all the Tigers best of luck this year.
It's a Friday tradition. The smell of popcorn is in the air. The WPKY sports crew is ready. Get on your feet, Tiger fans. It's kickoff time. Caldwell County Tiger football is on the air. Don't miss a moment of tonight's action. Listen live on the free WPKY app, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on the air at 1580 103.3 WPKY.
We are in Cadiz, Kentucky tonight, getting set for Caldwell County and Trigg County. Time now for tonight's prayer before the game. Holy God, thank you for another Friday night. We ask that you protect each student that steps on the field tonight, and we also ask that you bless the efforts of each student in ways they never thought possible. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Dennis, watching the kicker warm up a little bit, he is not a very good kicker. He can't really get a lot of depth on the football, so Luke Maddox is playing up a little shallow here on this return, so look for a pretty good return here if we can get a few blocks.
Kickoff tonight is brought to you by Farless Realty. Are you ready to buy or sell a home? Don't waste precious time. Call Farless Realty today and let a realtor do it for you. You can give them a call at 270-365-5058. Stop by 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton or online at Facebook and farlessrealty.com. Teams that will go on to the wrong sides of the field, so they'll get that straightened out. Caldwell County will receive the ball and go right to left on your radio dial here in the first quarter as Caldwell County drops back Luke Maddox. Again, with the kicker situation, Caldwell County could put the field position into their category most of the night tonight.
Absolutely. We've got a kicker that can kick it out of the end zone almost on command.
High little pooch type kick fielded at the 32-yard line by Caldwell County. And that's where the Tigers will take over first and 10. That one called by Derek Wilson, just downed it at the spot. Called on that one, in Caldwell County with very good field position to open this one up. The offense on the far sideline getting set to come out, Ken. Just a great night for football, mid-50s. Field looks like it's in good condition.
Feels like football weather, doesn't it?
It finally does. You're right. Dalen Lander brings the offense out for the Tigers. They'll sprint it out quickly. Two receivers each way. Spikes in the backfield. Maddox in motion. Maddox is going to line up to block. Swing pass out to to Spikes. Spikes gets hit on the catch, fights his way back. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where the official spot is, but well covered on the first play by Trigg County.
Yeah, a little swing out to Spikes, and they were looked like they were ready for that play, Dennis. They sniffed it out pretty good. Cameron didn't have anywhere to go, so first play wasn't great for us there, so hopefully we'll get this short up a little bit.
Loss of 3 on first down, 2nd and 13 for the Tigers, just underway here at Trigg County High School. Caldwell County has Lander drop back, moves a trip set to his left side. Lander looks down the field, has Parker. Oh. Parker gets hit at midfield, and that contact had to make some difference in it. Luke pleading his case. A little hip check at midfield on Parker, and the pass falls incomplete. But yeah, that could have gone either way.
It could have been pass interference. He certainly redirected him a little bit. That play was there. I tell you, he was open. Got overthrown just a little bit there.
He got the inside position, too.
Sure did, yeah.
3rd down and 13 for Caldwell County on their opening drive. Do you go back to it immediately? Trip set again to the left. Spikes to the right shoulder of Lander. Lander, left-handed quarterback. Snap count draws Trigg County offside, so that'll help the situation a little bit and bring it down to a 3rd and 8 coming up for Caldwell County. Official will mark this one off, Ken, and maybe a little more manageable for Caldwell County on this one. At least gives you a couple more options.
We're about 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9 now. Obviously, passing down looks like 9 yards to go. I tell you, watch those little button hitches here. It was maybe send Gus deep and hit Luke Maddox on a little hitch. We're out. Those were really effective against Crittenden County.
Trip set includes Stevens, Maddox, and Fox to the left side. Parker one-on-one on the far side. It's a quick hit to Parker, complete. And it is going to be a first down for Caldwell County. Nice catch by Parker. Picked up good yardage after the catch out to the 49-yard line. Yeah, first down brought to you by New Tech Seeds. New Tech Seeds growing more than just corn and soybeans. Like the Tigers, they grow success. Nikki Dunbar, District Sales Manager, partners with reputable dealers like Jake Jones with Farmersville Seed and Ackridge Farm Supply. New Tech Seed, join the lifestyle. There's a bountiful harvest waiting for you on the other side. Again, great route by Luke Parker. Got the catch and picked up about 6 yards after the catch. Lander now drops back. Pass is in the direction of Fox, but well overthrown. Not sure that play wasn't just a busted play. It looked like some routes kind of crossing in front of each other.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell. I think Gus was running a digger out there, and it looked like that he just got overthrown. He kind of got caught up in some traffic, and I think Dalen had to rush that throw just a little bit, Dennis. And so looks like Caldwell's trying to set a little Preston here, throwing the ball early rather than heavy run game, which Trigg was expecting. No safeties deep right now. Boy, I think we could exploit this here.
It's a handoff. Spikes gets it to midfield, and that's going to be about it. 5 black jerseys will tie him up after a gain of 1. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Tigers.
They were in cover 0 there, Dennis. They didn't have a safety 1 deep, and they were sort of loaded up for that run, it looked like.
Trigg County gives up on average a little over 300 yards of offense to their opponents each game. About 60% of that through the air, so maybe Caldwell County trying to take advantage of a scouting report, see something they like. 2-back set, they're going to bring Fox in as a blocking back as well. It's a quick hit out to Maddox. Maddox trying to get to the edge. He's got some room down the sideline.
He's gone.
And Maddox couldn't shake that last tackler, but gets it inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great job on the edge out there by Eli Stevens and Gus Fox, keeping those hands inside. Good blocking downfield, and Luke Maddox, when he gets the ball in space, he's electric, baby.
Man, we're going to have to go to the breakaway jerseys before we go to Fort Campbell. Last week and this week, those jerseys have to be stretched out of shape.
Man, if we'd had the old Earl Campbell tearaways, that would have been 6 for the Tigers, man.
Yeah, good job by Maddox. picking up another New Tech seed. First down, Caldwell County on the drive here with the ball at the 19-yard line. 10 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Handoff to Maddox. Maddox again trying to get to the right edge and gets swarmed. He's going to lose a couple of yards on that one.
Maddox on the carry. Hit by a whole host.
Maddox will lose yardage back to the 21-yard line. I think that's 3 straight first downs Caldwell County has lost yardage on.
Yeah, we got to get better on first down, Dennis. I mean, you know, 2nd and 2 is a lot more manageable than 2nd and 12. I tell you, we can exploit these slant patterns here on this right side of the field.
Caldwell County's trip set to the left.
There it
Lander
is.
to Parker. Parker gets hit as he was about to catch the football. Timing well by the Trigg County defensive back.
A little bit of a low throw there, so I got it hard to get down on that ball. But if that ball would have been up in the chest, I believe we might have made the catch there.
3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Clock stops with 9:26 to play in the first quarter. Caldwell County gets the play in from the sideline.
So I think probably we're in 4 down territory here, Dennis. Run your play, you can get 8 or 9 yards for, you know, so.
3 receivers left. Lander looks left. Quick hit to Fox. Fox brought down. Got the original yardage back and then a couple, but still it's going to be 4th and about 7 coming up for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. We'll see if Caldwell County does indeed go for it on 4th down. And they are. Lander has spikes to his right shoulder.
They jumped again.
Trigg County. 2nd time tonight that Lander has the cadence in a position to draw Trigg County offsides.
Yeah, that makes your coach pull his hair out there, Dennis. You know, 4th and 7. Now you're at 4th and 2 or 3. 4th and a long 2.
4th down and 3.
We'll see what Caldwell County changes on this call. Lander looks to the sideline. Coach Stalin sends it in. And we'll see how Lander will set this one up. Players checking those wristbands. 2-back backfield on this play for Caldwell County. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They put spikes in motion, throw over the middle. That one tipped and intercepted at the 8-yard line. And Trigg County with the football. The return out near the 30. That was number 22 for Trigg County. We'll check that number on the roster. That's Brady Calhoun, a sophomore.
Yeah, he was a linebacker, and he just stepped back into coverage. I don't think Dalen saw him drifting back into coverage, trying to hit Gus on a little button hook there, and the linebacker just stepped in front of him and picked it off. Not a great start, but we moved the ball down the field. We know we can move the ball with these guys. Now we just got to come up with a stop here, Dennis.
Yeah. Trigg County ended up with decent field position after the interception. Ball at the 25-yard line. So Caldwell County will go on defense. At quarterback is number 14, Caden Scott, a freshman for Trigg County. It's a handoff. Good changes directions, maybe picks up a yard on the play. Their main guy, Davari Good, just a junior. But Ken, this kid has ran for 1,179 yards, averages 131 a game, and 13 touchdowns on the ground, has 1 through the air as well.
He's a good-looking kid, man. I mean, he's a junior. He was pretty much all they had on offense last year, and he's pretty much their bell cow. And we have to stop him. We're going to put 7 or 8 in the box, and we're going to load up on him.
Again, the handoff to Good. Shakes a tackle, got spun down at the 28-yard line. Trigg County starting Caden Scott, a freshman. They had Timmy Williams at quarterback. Williams tore his ACL in game 2, Ken, so that put a big damper on that Trigg County offense early on this season.
That called a personal foul, face mask.
I thought it looked like Good spun around very quickly at an awkward angle, and it was a face mask indeed called on Caldwell County.
You know, Dennis, this kind of been a little bit of our Achilles heel, penalties and turnovers this year, and we just, you know, we just can't give these guys yards. We've got to get a little bit better at diminishing our penalties and just holding on to the football here, you know.
First down for Trigg County on the penalty all the way out to the 43-yard line. Parker at safety for Caldwell County. Ball on the ground in the backfield. And it is Scott falling on it but getting buried at the 35-yard line. He picked it up, didn't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah, we almost got to that fumble, Dennis, and that would have been a huge swing there for us. We could have recovered that. A low snap, quarterback went down to get it, and by that time we were swarming him.
Ball, in fact, spotted on the 34-yard line of Trigg County. About 7.5 to play in the first quarter. No score. Caldwell County got intercepted on their first possession. Trigg County now with the football looking down the field at 2nd down and long. Scott takes it, left-handed quarterback as well. It's complete over the middle to Good at the 38-yard line. Picks up about 4 more after the catch.
Yeah, that's the one kid you don't want to leave uncovered, right down the middle of the field there. He just came out of the backfield, and we just lost sight of him.
Good with the gain out to the 45-yard line.
It's a tongue twister. Good with the gain. Said that a lot this year, I think.
I don't want to use the good gain on that one on 2nd down yet. I was saving that for later, kid.
He's a pretty good runner.
Trip set out to the left. Scott puts one player in motion. That is number 5, Peyton Williams, a good receiver in his own right. Lob up and tipped. That Spike's got a hand on it at midfield.
Yeah, nice job by Cam. He jumped up and knocked that pass down. They're going to force Trigg into a punting situation here.
As the teams switch out to get ready for the punt, let's go down for a Go Green report with Todd.
Well, we saw in the first possession just one little bugaboo Caldwell County had last week. We had 11 possessions, 2 kneel downs out of that. We scored 6 times, and we turned the ball over 3 times. We never had to punt last week. The only time we ever got stopped was when we turned the ball over and stopped ourselves.
Trigg County has a good snapback. Caldwell County brings some pressure, almost got a finger on it.
Get out of the way, boys.
Trigg gets a good hand on it. That is Carter, the punter, with a good kick down to near the 20-yard line. Caldwell County had 4 jerseys in that backfield, Ken. I thought they were going to get to it.
Yeah, they were right there at it. I mean, I'm glad they didn't run into the kicker or rough the kicker there, but hey, great job by Caldwell. They put a little pressure on that kick and just about blocked it.
Tigers will bring the offense out with the ball spotted at the 21-yard line. No score in this one, 6:18 left on the first quarter clock. Tigers get set for their second possession of the night. 2 left-handed quarterbacks tonight, Ken. Lander in the backfield, 2 backs, 1 to each side, 2 receivers to his right. He's going to put Spikes in motion. Looks down the field. It's complete to Parker at the 26-yard line. Parker tries to get to the outside. Pushed out of bounds, shy of the 40. But enough for a New Tech seed. First down.
He just called a face mask on Luke for a stiff arm. I don't think I've seen that very much, Dennis.
A defensive face mask.
An offensive face mask.
On
a stiff arm, of all things. My goodness, guys. I tell you, man, I just want to throw stuff.
The number of plays are starting to pile up. We had great gains on a play, and it's an obscure penalty.
An offensive face mask on a stiff arm. It happens every time you stiff arm somebody.
That's going to wipe out that New Tech seed. First down, push Caldwell County back to the 22-yard line, it looks like. We'll go down after this play with Todd, see if he got a sight of that penalty called on Caldwell County. Lander sends 2 receivers this time to the left. Handoff to Spikes. Spikes hits a hole on that left side. Good gain for Spikes out to the 30-yard line. Let's go down for another Go Green report with Todd.
Yeah, they called that a face mask on the stiff arm. A couple of calls have gone against the Tigers early. I think they missed a couple of pass interferences that maybe could have gone Caldwell County's way, so maybe we'll get some of those calls later in the game.
Tigers back to the offense. Snap to Lander, good snap, handoff this time to Wilson, and Wilson hits a wall right at the 30-yard line. They may back him up about the length of a football. Still going to be 3rd down and short coming up.
Now, Cam Wilson's been a good short yardage guy this year for us. I think, Trigg is just loading up against the run here.
Yeah, they're playing the single safety. Caldwell County, we'll see if they keep it on the ground. 3rd down and 1. Let's call it for the Tigers. Again, the handoff, and it's played well.
He got it.
Good job by Caldwell County's Spikes. He got hit,
He did a
stood up, Ken, and he gained 2 more with just sheer willpower.
Yeah, Cam was not going to be denied on that play there, and he was stopped about a yard short there, Dennis, and he absolutely just got those legs churning and basically did it by himself there. Great job by Cam Spikes.
Determination by Cam Spikes gives Caldwell County a New Tech seed, first down with the ball at the 33-yard line. Some discussion in the backfield with the officials and the Caldwell County offensive players. Now they get set. Lander brings the play in with 4:38 left to play in the first quarter. No score. Caldwell County had a good drive going on their first possession through an interception deep. Now the Tigers have Lander faking the handoff, going to Parker again. And Parker misses that one, but the defender trying to get to the football after it was tipped, grabbed the face mask, pulled Parker's head backwards. And that should result in another first down.
Yeah, Luke ran that slant. It's been there a lot tonight.
It has.
And that would have been a big play, but he got the defender tried to catch the ball, and he grabbed Luke's face mask. So a little tit for tat on the 15-yard face mask penalties here.
Yeah, we evened it up on that one as Caldwell County will bring it out to the 48-yard line, 1st and 10 on the New Tech seed, first down. Yeah, and you're going to keep going to that play until they decide a way to stop that, because it is open.
A good counter to that play is a fake slant deep. You know, he'll jump that slant route and then hit a deep ball. And they just did it.
Lander goes for it all, throws it up. This one a little underthrown. Parker still comes away with it. Touchdown, Tigers.
All right.
On a play called by Ken Parker from the booth. I thought it was going to be a little underthrown, but Luke able to reel it in, and he pulls in the Goodwin Insurance touchdown.
Yeah, Luke made a great adjustment to the football there, Dennis. It was a little underthrown. Luke kind of stopped, then went back and made a great adjustment.
And the position, the defensive player had position on that one.
Yeah.
It just went beside him, and Luke able to get it. Goodwin Insurance, a locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Call Goodwin Insurance anytime for a free quote.
He missed it.
And the extra point is hooked badly, no good. But with 4:17 left to play in the first quarter, Caldwell County on the board first. Tigers up 6-0.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
It's the ultimate in high school sports coverage. YourSportsEdge.com brings you award-winning coverage of all the thrilling action right at your fingertips and in the palm of your hand with our really cool app. Heart-stopping touchdowns and buzzer-beating shots, we've got it all. Don't miss a single moment at YourSportsEdge.com and be a part of the winning team.
Bradley Furniture wishes all the Tigers good luck this season.
Back to Trigg County High School as Caldwell County gets the first touchdown of the night, 52 yards. From Lander to Parker. Ritchie kicks it away. This one has a chance to get into the end zone and does. Lands about 2 yards deep.
Great job by Sutton there. He hasn't had those end zone kicks here recently, and so nice to see him get that shot down in the end zone. I don't know what happened there in the extra point. It could have been a low snap. It was hard to see from this vantage point, but Sutton just hooked it.
Yeah. A rare miss by Sutton Ritchie, who's having a remarkable season.
It looked like it was something on the snap or the hold there. I couldn't tell, though, Dennis.
We can talk a little bit about that play. You called it from up here. We had said that little slant to Parker was working all night so far tonight. And he stood up and just took off down the field.
Yeah, they ran a slant and go, and that defender bit on the slant because we've been hitting it so much there.
Hand off to Good. Good lowers his head, gets hit.
Great job by Eli
and
Stevens.
He's going to be stood up. Great, you're exactly right. Stevens giving up some size, but not the courage as Stevens stood in there and stood Good up, and a 1 yard loss on the play.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that Eli? Eli that did that. Like, him and Drew were there on the same side, but one of them's 12 and one of them's 21. But, yeah, you got to get him low. Got to get this kid low because
you're not going to stand up and grab that guy around the chest because it's not going to work. Trigg County, a compact set.
Going to get wide here. String him out,
boys.
Good
to the
job.
edge, and the Tigers do string that one out well.
Great job. Looked like Jack Roach, number 51 tonight. Excellent job by Jack.
Yeah, Jack is a Jersey of the Week club member. I guess this time he's wearing number 51, had number 52 last week away from his normal number 9. But Roach and Spikes, that's one of the best linebacker duos in Kentucky.
Listen, they just play football, Dennis. That's all they do is play football. So watch for Good in the backfield coming out, doing a little curl as a receiver here. Our linebackers need to be aware of him.
Screen. With a screen, it's complete.
Get him.
Trigg County across the 25-yard line, but Caldwell County is not giving them much more than the 27 as 4 or 5 white jerseys come in to take down number 15.
Yeah, that was Cameron Spikes. Eli and Drew Stevens were there. Leighton Wall was there. We had Garner Stallings coming off the D-line, making that play. Good job flying to the football by the Tigers there. It looks like that Trigg County is going to go for it here. We got to be disciplined. Don't jump off sides here, guys.
Because you got to believe 4th down and 5 that's what Trigg is going to try to do here.
Get back there, Roach. He looks like we just jumped.
And
I mean, I don't understand.
Didn't cross the plane. A lot of movement on the line now,
that
both
was motion.
sides.
Now, if he threw that flag 8 minutes after we jumped a little bit,
it did come from the offensive backfield. The line judge didn't throw a flag either way, I don't think.
No, I don't think either line judge threw it.
And we'll see what the call is as Caldwell County takes the players to the sideline.
Well, what is the call?
I don't know. The ball has not moved yet. It is against Trigg County. Looks like the white hat is starting to signal that it is against Trigg County. And they're going to pick up the flags.
Well, you know, that's frustrating. It was 4th down, and we stopped the play dead to rights, and they threw a flag as the play goes on. I mean, and then they say there's no flag.
We may have caught a break, too, as well as we did have a little movement, just not breaking the plane of the line of scrimmage.
Maybe we didn't get into the neutral zone there. I can't see from here, but, you know, we had the guy stopped, and now they're going to look like they're going to punt the ball here.
It's going to be Slayton Carter, a senior, recognized here before the game on senior night. Punter for Trigg County. Tigers will drop back Luke Maddox.
So, you know, we got some pressure in the last punt. Let's see what they do here. They might want to put a return on and see if we can get us a return here.
Caldwell has Fox lined up on the end on the far side. Stevens on the near side. Kick is up.
Get away.
And it's going to take a Trigg County bounce and roll all the way down to the 35-yard line.
I think those punts in the air have both been about 20 yards, but he got about 40 yards on both of them because they rolled. They took a little bit of a Trigg County roll there. So, Dennis, we got a good opportunity here. We've shown we can move the ball against these guys, and really through the air mostly. They're settling out on the run. You know, they're not going to let Cam Spikes and Cam Wilson beat them on the run. So I would look to just keep doing what we're doing. Just let Dalen have a field day back there.
Oh, if you have a play working like the slants to Parker and then scored on it on the slant and go a little bit earlier, that's what you're going to have to go to until they show they can stop that. It's out there. Parker again, one-on-one on the far side.
Well, they've changed defenders on Luke now. They've got number 5 on him. That's Peyton Williams. He's a junior. Actually, he's a junior, yes.
Spikes with the handoff. Tries the stiff arm, but he's going to get wrapped up for a loss as he tried to get around the edge. He'll lose at least one on the play. 1:50 left to play in the first quarter. Let's go down for a quick Go Green report with Todd.
Yeah, the last confusion on that 4th down play, I think Trigg County was able to call a timeout just before they jumped. I think Trigg jumped because they thought Caldwell had jumped, and they didn't get the call, so just looked a little strange to everybody.
A lot of movement for nothing to come out of it. You're right.
We got a guy open over here. Cam Wilson is almost unguarded. If we could get a little swing out here to him.
Lander. Instead comes quick hit to Maddox. Maddox is complete. Across the 50, down the sideline, shakes a tackle. It's a foot race now. And Maddox will win it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, we had a matchup problem out there, Dennis. They didn't have Cam Wilson covered. And Luke Maddox ran a screen. Cam Wilson came in and blocked that corner, and it was pay dirt, baby.
Maddox turned the afterburners on at about the 30
Sure
and outrun the last Trigg County player that had a chance. Another Goodwin Insurance touchdown for Caldwell County. Maddox on the run after the catch.
Yeah, Luke Maddox, he shows when he gets in the open field. It's
Richie's point after. Again,
he
with
barely
the hook,
got it.
but he got it just inside the goalpost, and it is good. 109 left to play in the first. Tigers up 13-0.
You only turn 130 once, and Fredonia Valley Bank is pulling out all the stops. This remarkable journey is a testament to the community and the cherished customers, so they are shouting out a huge thank you. And what better way to show gratitude than with monthly giveaways? Stay in the loop for your chance to grab some amazing prizes. Stay tuned with us. Follow Fredonia Valley Bank on Facebook and Instagram, or pop into either location for a visit. Here's to winning and celebrating together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Overspending on everyday items.
Hello? Is that a trick question?
The Big Deal Store is your go-to for incredible savings.
Sounds like a lovely spot.
At the Big Deal Store, we believe in supporting local and helping you save
That
big.
would be so nice.
Everything you need at unbeatable prices, all in one place. Oh, yeah.
Willow Pond of Eddyville, Joshua Tree Boutique, The Java Table, Our Daily Bread in Eddyville, Bella Marie Boutique.
Shop smart, save big, and support your local businesses at the Big Deal Store. Visit us today.
I'm happy to.
Hopkinsville Electric System wants to wish the Tigers and Lady Tigers best of luck this year.
Back in play on a low line drive kickoff after the touchdown. Trigg receives it, brings it back to the 38-yard line.
That was a heck of a block out there on that kickoff return. Donovan Rogers got turned the wrong way, and he came back and assisted on the tackle. So great job by Donovan getting up off the ground and coming back to make a play.
You feel the momentum starting to go to Caldwell County's sideline now, Ken, as the Tigers have put a couple of touchdowns in the end zone.
I mean, the difference between us and Trigg is we can pass the ball. Right. I mean, you know, they're settling out on the run right now against us. They're going to have to open that up a little bit, or it's going to be a long night for these guys.
Caden Scott, the freshman at quarterback, has Good in the backfield. Hand off to Good, has a hole on the right side, lowers his head, gets across midfield, and enough for a first down.
He's a load, man.
We'll see where the spot comes up. It looks like the 47-yard line. Nice hole opened up on that right side for Good.
Yeah, they did. They were able to take advantage of us there. They opened up a nice hole, and he just took it. He's a quick kid.
Yeah, and he's a player you can't give a much to because he had a good first step. Trip set to the left for Trigg County. Scott, high snap. Brings it down again to Good. Good across the 40 and brought down at the 36-yard line. They may give him the 35 on the play.
Well, that's the second play in a row we've ran right over our right side, so they see something that maybe they can exploit there.
First down again on the play for Trigg County. 37 seconds. They start the clock back up after the first down. Ball on the Caldwell County 35-yard line. As Trigg trying to answer Caldwell County out to a good start, leads this one 13-0. Scott, this time handoff to number one. Again, a good gain on first down, all the way down to the 26-yard line. Number one is Joshawn Bridges, second leading rusher and receiver for Trigg County this season on the ground. 79 carries for 477 yards on the season.
Yeah, we need to. They're running the ball effectively right now, Dennis.
Second down and one. I don't know if they'll get the playoff before the end of the first. 5 seconds on the clock. Trigg County gets set, and they do get the ball off. Handoff to Good, and Good is wrapped up. Caldwell County all over that one. That's number 22.
Leighton Wall.
For the Tigers, Leighton Wall. In that backfield. We played one at Katie's. Tigers 13, Wildcats nothing. Back after this.
Adventure just got better at West Kentucky ATVs.
We're moved to our new location on Highway 62 West in Princeton, just a mile past Walmart, with a trusted lineup of pre-owned ATVs and a new range of parts, accessories, and services. We're ready to enhance your riding experience.
Gear up for your next outdoor journey with the people who know adventure. Keep watching for new inventory and stay updated on Facebook.
West Kentucky ATVs, here to power your journey. Ready, set, rock!
When we say
Classic hits.
we mean listen to WPKY worldwide at
WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
Health First Community Health Center wishes the Tiger best of luck this year.
All right, welcome back to Purdue Field. Caldwell County up 13-0. The second quarter is brought to you by Cozy Living Furnitures. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique celebrated their 6th anniversary under the management of Pam and Hab Haberlock. Beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts. Cozy Living and Interiors. Northfield Drive in Princeton. Everything a home should be.
Everything a home should be.
Everything.
Trigg County gets set with the ball on the 26-yard line. Scott, handoff, Good, stiff arm. Good still on his feet across the 20. Finally brought down at the 15-yard line. That was Spikes on the tackle, and that kid is strong. That's all you can say for him, Kenny. He puts that stiff arm out, keeps those legs going, and he picked up 6 on the play.
Yeah, we're going to have to fill some gaps here, man. This kind of looks like a Union County game we had earlier this year. We're getting pushed off the ball a little bit now here. We got to buckle down and try to keep these guys out of the end zone here. We don't want any momentum their way here.
Ball brought back to the 16-yard line, so a gain of 5 on the play. Good in the backfield to the right shoulder of Caden Scott. Scott, high snap.
Get it,
loose back at the 30. Good.
I think Cam Wilson got it.
Off of him.
Cam Wilson got the football.
Wilson standing with the football in his hands.
Good never had the football. Cam had the football.
Good fell on it, but it never looked like he had possession of it. Rolled over, and it was Wilson able to pick it up.
That's Caldwell's ball, man.
There's some discussion right now between the two officials. Dude clearly should have covered it, Ken. He fell on top of the football, but it looked like he rolled over.
But when he rolled over, he didn't have the football in his hand. We got the football.
Both coaches are pleading their cases on this one. They're going to come over and talk to the Trigg County coach first. That should be Caldwell County football. It's just one of those where he could have bounced on the football when he hit it with his chest, bouncing off those shoulder pads, off that breastplate. Now the White Hats going over to the far side. Let's go for it. Go Green field report, see if Todd can pick this up.
No, I didn't get a really good look at it. This might be one of those situations where the Trigg player fell on it. They blew it dead, and then the ball squirted out, and Caldwell ended up with it. I just, from over here, I lost sight of the football, so I don't really know at what point they ruled the player down or at what point Cam Wilson came up with the ball.
All right, thank you, Todd. I'd never heard a whistle to call the play dead, but Good looked like he hit it, rolled over about 2 yards away after it. Wilson actually came up with the football in his hands at the end of the play. And apparently they blew the whistle before he had the ball, anticipating. Seems like a case of they anticipated Good coming up with that fumble recovery.
Dennis, that's a huge play. I mean, that's a turnover that went our way. I mean, again, guys, let the play out. Good never had the ball. He just fell over it. And then, Cam Wilson had the ball. Now, wait a minute. Why are we marking it up?
Guys, they now say inadvertent whistle, so replay the down.
Oh.
So Caldwell County is going to get shafted on this one twice.
Wow.
This officiating crew's not off to a good start tonight, and, well, they're just not off to a good start.
Wow.
So you take a possible turnover, but at worst, if Good does recover it,
a 30-yard
loss would be all the way back near the 33, 34-yard line. Instead, Trigg County has the ball on the 16. They'll replay the first down and 10 for Trigg from the 16-yard line. And whistles will blow this one dead. Caldwell County's coaches
I tell you,
call a timeout.
Man, Todd, I don't know. I didn't hear a whistle, and I just don't understand. Why would someone blow a whistle to mid-play when the ball snapped 10 yards over the quarterback's head.
Yeah, it had to be the anticipation of him coming up with it.
But even then, it should have been the dead ball there. It should be first and 30. Second and 30 instead of first and 10 there, I don't understand that at all. That just
Coach McClung taking that time out to settle his guys because you know it's emotional. You don't want the emotions to override it. But
man.
I do want to tell you our timeout's brought to you this season by U-Ride, a quality pre-owned vehicle you can trust from people you can trust. Contact Lee Hughes or Tommy Harrison for an appointment. U-Ride, your used car dealer before, during, and after the sale.
What a turnover. What a turnaround for us there. It would have been our ball on the 40-yard line almost.
Yeah, right out near the 40-yard line. But instead, Trigg County with the football. Again on the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. Seems like we've tried to get this play in for a while. Good with the handoff. Inside the 10, still on his feet, bangs helmets, and gets pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And Good was standing right on that sideline, Ken, reaching out. He had the pylon, but he had a foot out of bounds. First down for Trigg County. Official mark is at the 1. So it'll be a shocker if number 3 doesn't get this handoff. But all of that on a play that, for all intents and purposes, should have been a turnover by Trigg County and Caldwell County football. Good takes a handoff and busts his way in over the Caldwell County defense off that left side for a touchdown. First score of the night for Trigg County.
Well, I tell you what we have to do now. We got to just settle down and get a little frustrated and play a little frustrated here. It looked like they had a flag. I think Trigg County had Jack Roach around the ankle, called a personal foul. And they're going to call it both ways, Dennis. I can't believe it. I sit there and watch the play.
The dreaded offsetting penalties. That score comes with 11:11 to play here in the second quarter, just underway here in the second. Trigg on the board, 13-6.
I tell you, man, we're not getting any breaks here, Dennis. That kid had Jack Roach around the ankle after the play was over, threw his leg around, and Jack just tried to get him off of him, and they threw a flag right there looking at it. And then they called it offsetting. I got to stop talking bad about our officials here. I'm going to get in trouble.
I've never liked the offsetting stuff. Especially when they mark it off both ways to bring it back from the original spot. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 11:11 to play in the first half. 13-7. Tigers still ahead. Back after this.
Stay safe on the road while keeping your vehicle in top shape while enjoying a smoother, quieter ride. Ensure fuel efficiency by trusting the tire experts at Tri-Hughes. Stocking leading brands like Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and Bridgestone ensures quality and longevity. Plus, enjoy no-cost tire rotations with every service appointment for the life of your tires. Discover the Tri-Hughes difference in Princeton or find them at TriHughesGM.com. At Tri-Hughes, they're more than just tires.
Chick-fil-A of Hopkinsville wants to salute the outstanding achievements of our area student-athletes. Each week, a student-athlete will be chosen based on academics, athletics, and achievements. Watch for the Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at YourSportsEdge.com. Academics, athletics, and achievements. The Chick-fil-A AAA Young Person of the Week at YourSportsEdge.com.
Kentucky Fried Chicken wants to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to Katie's Kentucky. Trigg County on the scoreboard, 13-7 now. Tigers lead cut down to 6. Trigg County will kick it away. Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker here with you on the call tonight. Todd Griffin on the sideline. That score coming after a controversial high snap was fumbled well into the backfield. Trigg County had a player look like all he had to do was fall on it. Did fall on it, but bounced off of it, rolled over on it. Inadvertent whistle, and they had to replay the down. But Caldwell County not only lost possession, but field position as well. Short kick fielded by Stevens. Stevens at the 30-yard line, now out to the 40, trying to get to the far side, and brought down. But a good return as he switched fields.
Stevens on the return, Peyton Williams.
That is Eli Stevens on the return, the senior. Trigg County with a player down on the opposite side of the field.
40-yard line of Trigg County.
Ken, you've got to talk to the team right now about composure. That was a play where everybody knows what should have happened on it. ends up turning into 7 for Trigg County. But if you're Caldwell County, put that one behind you and come out and try to score and nullify that score by Trigg.
Absolutely, Dennis. Play the next play, man. You know, we're here. We got the ball now. We get a chance to, put something on the board if we can sustain something against these guys here. So, just forget about it. Move on.
Dalen Lander having a good night through the air with a couple of touchdown passes in this one. Tigers, 2 receivers each side. And again with the whistles.
More importantly, we need to stop the run here, Dennis, on this next possession. I mean, they gashed us pretty good, and so we need to try to shore that up a little bit on defense.
Timeout by Trigg County with 11:04 to play in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
We all have our vision of what our dream home looks like.
At Altman Coatings, it's our specialty to share that vision with our customers.
Part of our responsibility is to make sure that dream can become a reality.
That's why at Altman Coatings, your dream home is just a phone call away.
Call 889-8500 for your free estimate.
That's 889-8500 for your free estimate.
Learn more at Altman Coatings on Facebook and TikTok.
Fortner Gas wants to wish the Tigers best of luck this year.
Back to Trigg County High School after the timeout. Tigers, same formation, 2 receivers each way. Lander, quick shot to far side to Wilson. Wilson shakes the tackle, gets the first down. You're going to say he stepped out of bounds, but it was enough for a New Tech seed first down to Cam Wilson.
Woo! Oh, Cam was moving on that play, wasn't he?
Cam back to full speed. Woo. Looks like after a knee injury midway through the season, slowed him down for a few games.
At 205 pounds, was getting down the field right there, Dennis. He looked good.
Again, controversial play brought out a few of our texters tonight, so good to hear from our old buddy Bob Hayes listening to the ball game back in Princeton. Lander, still with that 2 receiver each side set. Lander over the middle. It's complete. Maddox trying to spin out of a tackle. Shy of a first down, but a good gain on first down to the 42-yard line.
And once again, Dalen making a good read there, found Luke Maddox, second and short. I think this is a great opportunity to take a shot. They're probably going to load that box up for the run again. You got Gus, Luke, and Luke. I mean, you got 3 guys that can make a play deep down the field. Let's take one here.
You've got Parker, the outside receiver, on the trip set. This is the first time he's come out of the one-on-one coverage on the far side. Maddox instead switches over with Parker. And I'm with you. Take a shot down the field with Luke on this one. Lander, plenty of arm. Instead, he goes to a quick hit out of the backfield to Spike. Spike leaps a tackler at the 35. Spike's down the sideline.
Oh!
Dodges another tackler. A little stop and go at the 5.
Oh, man.
And it's touchdown Tigers.
Yeah, look. Cam Spikes takes the ball down the sideline, hurdles a player, keeps going. Guy's got an angle on him, and Cam just stops in his tracks. Guy goes by. He put the brakes on, and he flew right by, just like old Maverick used to do there.
Oh, that was such a great move.
Awesome.
I don't know which was better, the hurdle at the 35 or the stop and go down around the 10.
What are we doing on the field goals here, guys?
And the extra point, no good after that one. Even 10 minutes left on the clock. Tigers up 19-7 back after this.
Have you seen it? At WPKY, you asked and we listened. Our website now has upgraded features, making it easy to find what you need when you need it. Your local news edge with names you know.
I'm Tammy Hadcock. I'm Edward Marlowe reporting for your News Edge.
And voices you trust.
With your WPKY News Edge, I'm Al White.
Covering the people, schools, businesses, and communities that matter to you.
For your WPKY News Edge, this is George Kilgore.
Late-breaking weather, local forecasts, and photos.
I'm Joshua Clausen with your Ag Edge weather.
Community info and calendar, church events, and local organizations that you belong to, love, and follow.
I'm Noah Booth for something you should know.
Your athletes, your teams, all covered by names you trust.
Eddie Owen here.
Scott Brown. And faces you know.
This is Todd Griffin of WPKY Radio and YourSportsEdge.com.
The info you need, the people you love. No fees, no hoops to jump through. All in one place. WPKYOnline.com.
Sutton Ritchie puts it in play after the Tigers score on the 50-yarder from Lander to Spikes. Trigg County on the return across the 20, knocked out of bounds at the 25, and a flag comes in, and I'll guarantee you they're going to say a late hit on that one. It was borderline.
And he hit him in bounds, and then the play just took him out of bounds there.
That one is Jackson Ray made the tackle.
The referee right here where it happened didn't throw the flag.
Right. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. We'll see what they tack on to Caldwell County after the penalty.
Blocking the back on them. So, yeah, that was a –
okay, good.
I didn't think it was a personal foul because he hit him, and the momentum just took him out of bounds there. So, again, Dennis, a couple things about this game right now. You know, they can't stop us on offense, can't stop our passing game very well. Trigg County is a team that's not designed to come back from big deficits. They run the ball primarily. So we just need to keep doing what we're doing. We need to get a stop here. It's, you know, they got about 85 yards to go for a touchdown here.
10-yard block in the back penalty on Trigg County. They'll start at their own 15. Scott to Good. Good with the cut back up the middle and picks up about 3 on the play. Tigers lead this one 19-7, 9.5 to play in the first half. Trigg County, this is the last game of the year for Trigg County, missing the playoffs for the second straight year. First time that's happened in almost a decade. Caldwell County on the road for the playoffs next week as we travel to Fort Campbell on base to take on the Falcons. Wildcats back to the line of scrimmage. Dual set of receivers on both sides. A quick swing pass to Williams. Williams complete up the sideline, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Tackle by Spikes on Williams.
So, Dennis, we're without 2 of our starting corners, Shane Farrow and Zy Rollins. And that time, our corner, he took a bad pass to the ball. He took an outside pass to the ball, and that receiver was running an inside route. So, you know, that's just inexperience there on our part. That young man hadn't played a lot of corner this year, and so those things can happen when you have a little bit of inexperience out there.
Derek Wilson also in on the tackle, goes out for this play. 1st and 10, Trigg County. Hand off to Good. Caldwell County king on Good this drive, much better. Gain of only 2 out to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, great job there. I couldn't see the number there.
Ball at the
55.
32.
I don't have 55.
Oh, 55 is the new number for Seth Trusty.
Yeah, Seth Trusty made a nice play there.
2nd down coming up for Trigg County. Snap back to Scott. Scott has some protection. Wants to go down the sideline, and that one overthrown. Good coverage on that side by Drew Stevens. Joshawn Bridges, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Drew was with him step for step. They ran a little fake screen, little pump and go action there, and Drew didn't bite. You know, he's a savvy young man. I mean, he's young, but he's got a lot of playing experience. I mean, he had a big play in the regional. I mean, the district championship baseball game. You know, he scored that winning run there, so he's got a little experience in big games here.
Good athlete, number 21.
Wonderful. Good pedigree.
3 receivers set to the right side for Scott. Caden Scott, the freshman, looks that way, throws. It's going to be intercepted.
Jack Roach.
Jack Roach playing center field comes up with the pick for Caldwell County at the Trigg 45-yard line.
All right, you know what they say, put the boots on the throat here, Dennis. No letting up. Anytime you get a turnover, I just like taking shots, man. You know, you get a big turnover, take a shot.
Take that momentum off of that turnover and give it a shot at worst. It's 2nd and 10.
Everybody's fired up, and you know, but you know, I'm an offensive player, so I always want to go deep.
No.
You know, I'm Daryl LaMonica and the Mad Bomber, and
you got to throw the snake in there if you're going to start naming those
Kenny
names.
Stabler.
Yeah.
Bradshaw, I mean, your guy, right?
No, not Bradshaw after that immaculate reception.
So maybe look for a screen here.
2 receivers each side for Caldwell County. Parker near side out. Lander drops back, 7-step drop, and he's got Parker open. Parker catches it at the 15.
Oh, baby.
Gets across the 5, down to the 4 before he's brought down.
I mean, if they're not going to run a safety, then let's just pitch and catch. I mean,
good protection for Lander on that play, too. He had plenty of time in that pocket.
Well, that's what it takes. You got to have time. I mean, if you can't have time, you can't make that play. All right, Dennis, what you got here? You know, I'm liking my guy Cam Spikes here. Let old Gus Fox lead the way.
Fox in at a blocking back for Caldwell County. Hand off to Spikes. Spikes.
Nothing.
Hits a wall, nothing there, and he's going to lose a yard or so on the play. Got back maybe to the 5, but maybe spotted at the 6. So that play, nothing for Caldwell County. I like a little rollout with Lander on this one. Well, let him take a look, see what's in the corner.
You know, that little out to Cam Wilson's work that we ran it against I forgot who it was this year, but, you know, Dalen being a left-handed quarterback, wide side of the field to left side of the field. Right. Maybe run Gus Fox in motion.
You've got Wilson and Maddox on the left side. Cam Spikes in the backfield. Roll out by Lander. Looks down the field.
Got him.
Got it in the back of the end zone. And that is a touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, Cam Wilson. We called it, you know, a little rollout to the left side. Cam running that long out toward the pylon, and great throw by Dalen. Threw it over the DB, right in the corner, right where Cam could get to it. Cam ran under it and made a great play. Hey, let's get an extra point here, guys. I mean,
one of the strengths of our game we've struggled with a little bit tonight. This one up, and this one is good by our country mile. 7:15 left to play in the half, 25-7. Tigers pulling away.
What are we going to do? Doctor, will he be okay?
Unexpected happens. Goodwin Insurance Agency has you covered with auto, home, life, commercial, boat, and RV insurance. That way, when the unexpected happens...
Congratulations, it's a girl.
You're covered.
Goodwin Insurance of Princeton, Cadiz, or Marion, or online at insurewithgoodwin.com.
Picture this. You're sipping coffee, admiring the home of your dreams with a fresh, vibrant coat of paint.
At Altman Coatings, we bring this vision to life, faster and more efficiently than you ever thought.
If you're ready to take the next step, a free estimate is just a phone call away.
Call 889-8500 for a free estimate.
That's 889-8500 for your free estimate.
Learn more about Altman Coatings on Facebook and TikTok.
We are back to Trigg County High School, where Caldwell County is starting to open this one up. 26-7 now the score as Sutton Ritchie gets set to put this in play. Good long kick, fielded at the 2-yard line. Good on the reception on the return.
Brian Barber.
Hit.
Oh, good job, Brian.
Barber had a good hit. Good shook out of it and got out to the 25-yard line. Ken, we are both 1-1 on play calls tonight, so I'm going to stop right there while I'm 1,000%, but you feel free to carry on any more tonight. But talk a little bit about that rollout and the 4th touchdown pass by Lander.
Like we talked about, you know, the left side of the field there, Dennis, was the wide side of the field, and we've ran that play a couple of times. Luke Maddox runs a shallow out, and then behind that, Cam Wilson runs a little deeper out. So it's a combo route, and Dalen has his choice of who he wants to throw to. Both guys were open. He just popped it over there to Cam Wilson.
And I think Dalen could have ran it in had he decided to do that. Scott with the high snap pulls it down, handoff to
great
Good.
Job by Duke Ward right there, Dennis.
Ward and Spikes all over that one. Nowhere to go for Good. 6:53 left to play in the first half. Let's go down for a Go Green field report with Todd.
Well, first of all, Good is a load, and I'm glad I'm not out there trying to tackle him. But another point I'd like to make, how much bigger do Jack and Seth look with those 50-something numbers out there than they did with 9 and 14? What's the dynamic going on there?
We'll have to leave that to the optometrist husband.
I think Jack Roach belongs in a 50s jersey. I think he's just that kind of player. He doesn't belong with a single digit for sure.
Snap back, bobbled. Caldwell County makes the hit. Somehow they complete it to Bridges. Bridges brought down for another loss back near the 21-yard line.
Yeah, going back to Jack Roach, I mean, if I had a big, thick neck roll, I'd put that on him too.
Oh, yeah, that would be perfect.
You know.
Jack Roach is one of those 5-degree weather, short sleeves, neck roll. That's the kind of player he is.
He doesn't care, and he's a perfect guy to have on a football team, Dennis. I mean, you love his attitude. I mean, when we interview him in basketball,
he's the best.
It's infectious listening to that kid, man. I love it.
He is the best. Trigg County in some trouble. 3rd down and about 12 for the Wildcats. Scott has to throw, looks down the field, has a player open, complete at the 34-yard line. That may be enough for a first, and looks like it is, Ken, out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, big play by Trigg County there. He got a little hole in the zone there, and they converted. You know, they were in max protection there. Good stayed back to protect him. Quarterback had a little time to throw the football, so good job by Trigg County on that play.
The Scott kid's going to be a good quarterback. He's got good size to him, just a freshman, but
he's young.
Does have a strong arm and learning on the run as it is right now. Trip set to the right. Good with the handoff. Picks a hole, goes down the middle, and gets into Caldwell territory as he bursts it over the 50 down to the 47-yard line.
Hey, listen, Trigg's not laying down here, Dennis. You know, last year we got up on them, and they kind of just let the game get away, and they're coming back with a little intensity here. That 3rd down conversion was huge for them.
Trigg with 1st and 10 in Caldwell County territory at the 47. Scott, handoff to Good again. Good looks for his hole, finds it, and then carries a couple of tacklers down to the 35-yard line, enough for another first down. Yeah, this kid is not only a load and has good speed, he's patient. He's as patient as any runner we've seen this season.
Yeah, he picks his spots for sure. He's a really good football player. He's a nice basketball player too. Very good athletic kid. We need to get a stop here, Dennis. We don't want them to get a little momentum in the halftime here.
And Good, just a junior, he will be on the district slate for Caldwell County next year as a senior. Good again with the run, flag in the backfield. Tackle at the 35-yard line. See what the flag is in the backfield.
We could really use a holding penalty here.
4:13 left to play. We'll see what the flag is. Caldwell County leads this one 26-7. A hold against Trigg County. That'll back the Wildcats up.
Yeah, so Dennis, Trigg County is a really good team in 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. You know, little bit tougher in 1st and 20, you know, kind of like we were last year.
Oh, you're exactly right. Good point.
We were not a good 1st and 20 team. We seemed like we were in it half the year last year.
Trigg County's going to bring an extra back in. Handoff this time goes to Bridges. Bridges has Caldwell County riding piggyback for a couple of yards. Flag now on the sideline. I'm not sure if that maybe was a neutral zone infraction. We'll see how they call this one. Flag came in from the near sideline, stopping the clock with 4:01 left to go in the first half. And it's an offside call against Caldwell County.
We got to be smarter than that, you know.
I didn't see anybody jump, so apparently somebody lined up offsides.
I guess we were lined up offsides there. I mean, we just got to be better than that, Dennis. And at this point in the season, you know.
Yeah, that may be a little mistake next week that'll cost you against an equally matched team like Fort Campbell.
The missed extra points, the little penalties here and there, those add up a little bit there, you know, against a good team like Fort Campbell.
3 receivers wide right. Handoff right up the middle to Good. Good pulled down from behind by number 56 for Caldwell County. That's Garner Stallings.
Oh, Garner went for a ride there, didn't he? Holding on for dear life like he was riding a Brahma bull or something there, and but he made the play.
If you hit him from the back, you better hit him low from the back, because if you get on that back, he's going to carry you for a while.
Yeah. I mean, that's
2nd down, 12 coming up for Trigg County. 3.5 to play here in the first. Caldwell County up 26-7. Same formation. Good takes the football off the left side, and it is Spikes trying to rip that football away on the tackle. Caldwell County able to come in with some extra help after Spikes stood him up at the 33-yard line.
So
we'll go under 3 to play on the next play.
So the offside call, you know, that would have been 3rd down there, Dennis, and now it's third and 8. could have been 3rd and 15 or 16 there.
For the Wildcats.
Good stays in the backfield.
So they got a tight formation here. I mean,
extra tight end in this time.
Watch a hot pass here, Dennis. They'll hit a little seam here, little reverse action.
The pitch.
Great
and it's
job.
going to be covered great by Caldwell
Seth
County.
Trusty,
56
what a play.
in there too. A loss all the way back to the 40.
Yeah, Seth Trusty made a great play. He shielded. He just kind of shed that block and just strung it out and made a great play there. They called a hold, I think, on Trigg.
Yeah,
but I would suspect we're going to decline
that one almost for certain, as the loss was all the way back to the.
Oh, what are they? They called it on us?
And it is a face mask against Caldwell County.
Oh my goodness!
They'll mark this one off from the 40. Let's go down for a Go Green field report with Todd on this one.
Well, I can confirm that this call is wrong. There was a face mask on the play, but Luke Maddox had a hold of Seth Trusty's face mask. It was Caldwell on Caldwell, not Caldwell on Trigg, so that shouldn't have been a penalty.
We can't get a break here, guys. I mean, this is terrible.
Well, the guy on our sideline has been into it with everybody over here tonight and spends more time watching the sideline than he does the game.
Well,
friendly fire penalty costs Caldwell County 15 yards, and more importantly, a first down for Trigg County. Good takes the handoff, tries to get outside and does. He's across the 20. 15, drops the football out of bounds. It'll stay Trigg County football, but the possession mark will probably be around the 5 or 6 yard line.
Man, I can't believe that. That would have been 4th down and forever there, Dennis. And now it's just the same thing we had last time. Snap over the head and
first down.
Ball at the 5 yard line. 1st and goal, Wildcats trying to get more points on the board, down to 2:05 left to play in the first half. Tigers lead this one 26-7, but Trigg not going away. Wildcats walk it to the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from the 5. How many carries does it take Good unless Caldwell County can force a turnover?
It's not going to take many because he's really feeling it right now. He's doing a great job for them.
They have Bridges also in the backfield to block. Good with the handoff. Caldwell County defends that one well as Spikes. And looks like Fox maybe in on that one.
Well, let's see if we can shore it up here, Dennis, and get us a couple
that
stops.
Was number 22, Leighton Wall, in on the tackle for Caldwell County. No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 5 coming up.
There's another kid, much like Cam Spikes, who just came out of nowhere this year. And he's played a whale of a season for us this year. He just has a motor that doesn't stop. So let's see if we can get some gaps, split some gaps here and stop this run.
Trigg County gets set with Good to the left side of Scott. Instead, it's number 6 coming across the backfield, and he's going to be stood up and brought down. Stevens and Wilson in on that tackle. Carry was by number 6. We'll check that on the program. I don't have a 6 on our program. Maybe that was number 5. We'll check that again. Number 5 is Peyton Williams. But anyway, Caldwell County, whoever it was, Caldwell County with a big stop. 3rd and goal from the 3 coming up.
I'm settling out on DeVary Good here. I am absolutely putting every helmet toward his direction here.
Good is to the right shoulder. Bridges also in the backfield to block. Flag in from the sideline stops this play.
But if that's procedure, that's a huge penalty on them.
And it is a offsides. Caldwell County again. Looks like somebody's just lining up in that neutral zone. So half the distance will be down to the 1.5 yard line.
I tell you, man, once again, our last half has been terrible. Our last 2 minutes of the second quarter have been terrible. Let's get a stop here, guys.
And it's Good taking the handoff and walking this one in. Or was it Bridges?
It was Bridges.
Joshawn Bridges scores on senior night.
Bridges with only 21 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the black and white came to play tonight. Trigg County and the other black and white.
The stripes. That score coming with 21 seconds left in the first half.
I mean, Dennis, both their scores have been the result of just really unbelievable calls that they've had against us.
Yeah, face mask on our own player.
Yeah, and then the snap over the head was the other touchdown they got. Unbelievable, really.
Extra point. Caldwell County gets some pressure. Kick is up, and it is good. 26-13. Trigg trying to claw back in before the half. Tigers up, 26-14 after the extra point. Caldwell County will bring the offense back out. Let's go down for a quick Go Green field report on this one. Todd, tell us what's coming up at the half.
Yeah, we'll have scores from around the area coming up at halftime, and some stats coming up in the first half of this one. We'll have a halftime moment in history, so everybody stay around for that. I do have a question, though. When we face masked ourselves, shouldn't we also get 15 yards?
In a perfect world or another universe, probably so, Todd. That one did hurt Caldwell County. There's been a couple of quirky plays tonight, Ken and Todd both, that have really cost Caldwell County and enabled Trigg County to literally put points on the board off of them.
What you said is correct. I mean, it didn't just cost us, it enabled them to keep drives going, one of which was a turnover that we had, and the other was a huge loss that they called a face mask on. And so, Trigg County, like I said, they're not a 3rd and 15 team.
No.
And that was a huge turn for them that kept their drive alive, basically. And then the other play also.
Trigg County to kick it away. This one a high kick, but only goes about 15 yards. Bobbled on the ground. And it is Caldwell County able to pick it up. Was that Stevens?
Yeah.
We'll get that number.
That was
Eli
Eli
Stevens. Bottom
Stevens.
of the pile. Eli Stevens able to get it and tried to make a little lemonade out of a lemon, but Caldwell County will have possession at the 36. Only 16 seconds left to play. 26-14. You feel like Caldwell County has dominated this first half, but it's still a 2-possession ball game.
Yeah, well, that should be a frustration for these players for Caldwell County. I mean, we have dominated this football game, and doggone
conceivably it should be 26-0.
We need to go back into half and regroup here and say, hey, this ain't going to happen. Stop the stupid penalties and let's just put these guys away.
We'll see if Caldwell County takes a couple of shots. Ball at the 36. Lander drops back, has some pressure, has to scramble out to his left. Looking for somebody down the field. Is going to run that one out of bounds, stopping the clock with 8.5 seconds. Lander will see if he loses a couple of yards on that. We'll see where the spot comes back in. We'll have the halftime interview with one of the coaching staff coming up in just a couple of seconds. That's brought to you by the Joint Barbecue in Eddyville.
Tell you, Dennis, I'd like to see this get on a 2-by-2 formation here. I'd like to see Dalen, let's get our 2 outside guys running deep, and then let's hit one of those seam guys down the middle here like Madisonville did against us with 8 seconds to go in the first half for 80 yards.
Trip set to the left. Lander takes a snap. Good snap.
He's got
he gets some pressure. Caldwell County picks up the blitz. Going for Parker. And this one's going to be tipped, but falls incomplete. Still 1.7 seconds left to get another playoff for Caldwell County. Parker drew double coverage on that one, but the ball tipped away around the 35-yard line. Tigers with one more shot, leading this one 26-14.
Let's run the old hook and lateral here, man. That's what I think I would do. Let Luke Maddox run a little hook, hit Cam Spikes on a lateral here, just like we did against Tillman with Travis Newsom and Jameer Riley a few years ago. They ended up winning that game for us.
Going back to some good old times there. Lander.
Yeah, here it comes. Well, no.
The hit on the far side. Maddox on the completion. Just shy of the first down, but that's going to take us to halftime. Caldwell County will lead at the half, 26-14. But Ken, just a couple of crazy plays could have had a shutout going right here.
Hey guys, I've got Coach McClung down here on the sideline as we head to the locker room at halftime. Coach, good first half for you guys. A little adversity, but seems like you got through that and had a good first half.
We need to play a little cleaner. I mean, we gave up 2 touchdowns we should have given up. We got to play better.
What's the message to the team at halftime?
Well, one, we need to stop number 3, and just need to keep scoring.
All right, good luck, Coach. Thanks.
Tiger head coach Aaron McClung headed to halftime, guys. I can tell you he wasn't really happy with the officiating in the first half, probably the most upset I've seen him this season, but the Tigers still up 26-14 here at halftime.
Thank you, Todd. Understandably upset, Ken, as Caldwell County not the benefactor of a couple of calls on the field that really enabled Trigg County to get on the board and put some points up. That halftime interview brought to you by the Joint Barbecue, live from the Caldwell County Tigers sideline. It's all about the game. It's all about the strategy. But let's take a moment for some real strategy. The Joint Barbecue. These pitmasters know how to bring the heat just like our Tigers. Sink your teeth into brisket, smoked to perfection, or slow-cooked ribs slathered in tasty goodness. You can't beat slathered. Visit the Joint Barbecue, WKY.com, because the best thing to complement game day is a bite from the Joint Barbecue.
I'm hungry already.
We'll take a break and get underway with the Little Caesars halftime report coming up next on WPKY.
Adventure just got better at West Kentucky ATVs.
We're moved to our new location on Highway 62 West in Princeton, just a mile past Walmart, with a trusted lineup of pre-owned ATVs and a new range of parts, accessories, and services. We're ready to enhance your riding experience.
Gear up for your next outdoor journey with the people who know adventure. Keep watching for new inventory and stay updated on Facebook.
West Kentucky ATVs, here to power your journey. Ready, set, rah!
It's fall, y'all. I'm Stephanie, manager of Purcell Tire. We offer a wide variety of options to keep your vehicle running smooth so you can enjoy this beautiful fall weather. We are now offering our fall car care package that includes oil and filter change, tire rotation and tread depth check, brakes, battery, belts, and hoses inspected. Call us today at 270-365-7291. Come see us at 309 U.S. Highway 62 West in Princeton or visit us online at purcelltire.com.
At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Looking for a no-nonsense tractor with reliable power that's easy to use? Then check out Case IH Farmall Utility A-Series tractors at H&R Agri Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, and Owensboro. The turbocharged, electronically controlled engine features 3 cylinders and a tunnel block design that ensures ruggedness and easy maintenance without sacrificing power or efficiency. Case IH Farmall Utility A-Series tractors deliver all the pulling power and hydraulics you need. To learn more about Case IH Farmall Utility A-Series tractors, visit H&R Agri Power in Hopkinsville, Russellville, or Owensboro today.
The teams are in the locker room, and it's time for the Tiger halftime report on WPKY.
This is the Little Caesars halftime report on WPKY. Caldwell County with a 26-14 lead at Trigg County. Senior night here for the Wildcats, and it's the regular season finale for both squads. For Trigg County, this game will wrap up the season. The Wildcats did not make the Class 3A playoffs. For Caldwell County, though, at least one more game next week. The Tigers are going to go to Fort Campbell for a first-round game in the Class 2A playoffs. Ready to level up your game night? Make Little Caesars your first stop. Their mouth-watering pizza, starting at just $6.79, will have your crew cheering before the game even starts. Don't leave without a fan-favorite Crazy Bread combo. Best of luck this year from Little Caesars. Go get 'em, Tigers. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. A few scores to pass along to you in the second quarter. Madisonville North Hopkins leads at Murray tonight, 7-0. It's Graves County 17, McCracken County 10. That game late in the second quarter. In West Paducah tonight, Paducah Tillman 27-0 over Russellville in the second quarter. McLean County with an 8-7 lead over Marshall County. That game's in the second quarter. And after one period tonight, Warren Central leads Todd County Central 16-14. Again, here at Purdue Field in Cadiz, it's Caldwell County 26, Trigg County 14. Wildcats deferred after winning the opening coin toss tonight, so they will take the football to start the opening of the second half, and that'll be a big series in this contest as Trigg has cut into that gap a little bit. It was 26-7. Again, right now, 26-14. We'll have the coaches with us tomorrow morning from the Biscuit Barn and Ice Cream Eatery. That's at 9 o'clock for Saturday Morning Quarterback. We appreciate the Biscuit Barn for hosting Saturday Morning Quarterback for 3 straight seasons now. And we'll be at the Biscuit Barn again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for Saturday Morning Quarterback right here on WPKY. Also, congratulations to the Lady Tiger volleyball team. Their season ended this week in the second region semifinals, but a 19-10 season for the Lady Tigers. Picked up a 7th district championship this season and beat Henderson County in a thrilling match in the first round of the regional, 15-13 in the 5th set, but were stopped by Heritage Christian Academy in the semifinals, and then Heritage Christian Academy of Hopkinsville going on to win the second region championship. Lady Tigers had 3 players named to the all-second region team, which was announced last night following the championship game. Briley Butts, Riley Thompson, and Kylie White all named to the all-second region team. We've got Tigers and Wildcats here tonight, and this is the longest continuous rivalry on the schedule for both schools. The Tigers and Wildcats have met every year since consolidation at Caldwell in 1954. Caldwell entered play tonight with a 48-22-1 lead in the all-time series. Now, going back to Princeton Butler High School, the Tigers and Wildcats have played every year since 1947. The series does go back a little bit farther than that, but not continuously. The first meeting between the Tigers and Wildcats was a 19-12 Butler victory in 1938 here in Cadiz. Princeton Butler was 10-0-2 in games against Trigg County. The schools did not play from 1943 to 46, but going back to that first meeting, 1938 here in Cadiz. The Caldwell County Junior Pro football teams will be over here tomorrow, starting the Western Kentucky Pro Football Jamboree. The Junior Pro Jamboree will be here. The 5th and 6th grade Tigers have the number 1 seed in their age group and will play in the semifinals at 3:30 Saturday afternoon against either Webster County or Trigg County. With a win, the 5th and 6th grade Tigers would advance to the championship game Sunday at 5 o'clock. The 3rd and 4th grade Tigers are the number 3 seed in their bracket. Caldwell's younger squad will play Webster County in a quarterfinal round game at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. With a win there, the 3rd and 4th grade Tigers would play again Saturday afternoon at 5 against number 2 seed Hopkins County. Caldwell would need to win twice on Saturday to reach Sunday's championship game at 2 o'clock in the 3rd and 4th grade bracket of the Junior Pro Jamboree. Again, Trigg County hosting that tomorrow. Time now for our halftime moment in history. It's brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football, West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials. And we're going to go a long way back this time, not all the way back to 1938, but we're going to go back to September 18th, 1942 here in Cadiz. Rumsey Taylor scored on an 80-yard run in the second quarter as Princeton Butler led 6-0 at halftime. Cecil Coleman had a 16-yard TD run in the third quarter to make it 12-0. Trigg returned a block punt 40 yards for a TD, but Coleman scored again in the final minute to finish off a 19-16 victory for the Butler Tigers. That 1942 team was coached by Cliff Cox. It finished the season 3-5. Cox actually took over the head coaching duties for John Earl Sims, who was in the Air Corps. Cox had been an assistant coach with the Tigers since the 38th season and did serve as head coach for 2 seasons. Cliff Cox was also head coach of the Butler basketball team for 5 seasons. Well, we're at halftime tonight. This is the Little Caesars halftime report. It's Caldwell County 26, Trigg County 14. We'll come back and have a look at some first half stats for you right after this on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Adventure just got better at West Kentucky ATVs.
We're moved to our new location on Highway 62 West in Princeton, just a mile past Walmart, with a trusted lineup of pre-owned ATVs and a new range of parts, accessories, and services. We're ready to enhance your riding experience.
Gear up for your next outdoor journey with the people who know adventure. Keep watching for new inventory and stay updated on Facebook.
West Kentucky ATVs, here to power your journey. Ready, set, ride!
When we say
classic hits,
we mean listen to WPKY worldwide at
WPKYonline.com. WPKY.
Got a news tip, community event, info, or picture to share? Text us at 270-963-9038. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Health First Community Health Center wishes the Tiger best of luck this year.
Caldwell County with a 26-14 lead at Trigg County tonight as we continue on the Little Caesars halftime report here on WPKY. Halftime stats brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football, West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted granite memorials. And taking a look now at halftime stats, they look just a little strange for Caldwell County. Caldwell County with 9 rushing attempts in the first half for -1 yard. So the Tigers not able to get the running game going. However, in the passing game, the Tigers are 12 of 17. 1 interception, but 303 yards in the air for the Tigers in the first half for 302 total yards. Trigg County with 24 rushing attempts, 112 yards on the ground. The Wildcats 5 of 9 passing with 1 interception, 42 yards in the air. So 154 yards total for Trigg County compared to the 302 for Caldwell. Trigg has 10 first downs in the first half. Caldwell County has 9. Pretty big first half for Luke Parker in the receiving department. He's got 4 catches. Luke Maddox also 4 catches for the Tigers in the first half. But again, Caldwell County so far just unable to get anything going on the ground. Davari Good with a big first half for Trigg County. 18 carries already, 112 yards for that young man. But Trigg County trailing this one 26-14. The Wildcats, though, do get the football to start the second half, so Trigg's going to have a chance to get back in this one in a hurry. Caldwell County's defense be looking for a big stop, and actually outside a couple of screwy calls there in the first half that a couple of head scratchers that went Caldwell County's way. Both of those helped Trigg County drives and helped Trigg County get the ball in the end zone. Outside of those calls, the Caldwell County defense has been pretty stingy in the first half, so we'll see how things go in the second half. That's going to wrap us up on the Little Caesars halftime report. Again, at the break, it's Caldwell County 26, Trigg County 14. We'll send it back up top after this for second half action here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Of all the holidays we observe, Thanksgiving is the most distinctively American. The traditions we celebrate were created to honor the hopes and dreams, fortitude, and gratitude of our forefathers, and the American families who have counted their many blessings for generations since. At Penny Ryle Electric, we give thanks for you. We appreciate your trust and your friendship. Happy Thanksgiving from the people of Penny Ryle Electric. Thankful to have empowered our members and the communities we serve since 1937.
Stay safe on the road while keeping your vehicle in top shape while enjoying a smoother, quieter ride. Ensure fuel efficiency by trusting the tire experts at Trice Hughes. Stocking leading brands like Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, and Bridgestone ensures quality and longevity. Plus, enjoy no-cost tire rotations with every service appointment for the life of your tires. Discover the Trice Hughes difference in Princeton or find them at tricehughesgm.com. At Trice Hughes, they're more than just tires.
Penny Royal Hospice wants to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Welcome back to Trigg County High School. Just about to get set for second half kickoff. Caldwell County leading this one 26-14. Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker on the call with you tonight. Todd Griffin's down on the sideline. Todd, thank you for the Little Caesars halftime report. Ken, Caldwell County, not a lot on the ground tonight. They haven't had to have a lot on the ground tonight. Almost 300 yards of offense by the Tigers in that first half. 2 kids with over 100 yards through the air in Parker and Maddox.
Yeah, the Luke Square tandem is doing pretty well tonight. Again, I think that for Caldwell County, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, if they're going to load the box up with 8 guys, then you're not going to have a safety deep. We should be able to throw the ball and throw it deep on these guys. And defensively, make a stop. I mean, it's just, number 3 is getting it. It's not a secret. You know who's going to be running the football, and just got to make a stop.
Coach McClung really not happy, and understandably so. A lot of that is probably still seething from some of these calls that have gone against the Tigers in that first half, but he's also seen the Tigers make some plays that normally they don't. Look at the extra point attempts.
Yeah, I mean.
That's something that Caldwell County has been able to bank on all season. We've had a couple of miscues on that you certainly want to straighten out before next week in the playoffs. But not the cleanest game in the first half, even though we have a 26-14 lead at the half.
Yeah, well, you got to forget about those 2 big penalties that really hurt us, and then, just clean up the little stuff like neutral zone infractions and things like that. Giving Trigg County 5 yards, 1st and 5, is a lot better down for them because they're primarily a run team. But again, I think the key for us is we need to get a stop in this first possession, because if you don't get a stop and you let these guys back in the game, momentum is everything in football, and we don't want to give Trigg any momentum here. They won the last 2 minutes of the first half, right, wrong, or indifferent. They won it, and now we need to win the first 2 to 4 minutes of the second half here.
These are areas that Caldwell County has had trouble with all season long, is that last drive by the opponent in the first half, and then, like you said, the first couple of 3 minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
So I think we still have to work on the other. Hopefully it goes better next week against Fort Campbell. But right here, we have to make a stand.
Absolutely.
Trigg County's going to get the football first. We know where it's going. Good had over 100 yards rushing in the first half. So you know what you're facing. It's just how do you come out and take care of business?
Well, I think, you're just going to stuff the box with as many guys as you can. You're going to fill gaps. I thought Duke Ward had a couple of really good plays where he sort of shot that gap. And, sometimes you just have to guess which way they're going to run. You just fire a gap and see if you can guess correctly. You got a 50-50 chance of being right. And so we just need a good kickoff here. We need good return coverage. Just keep them back in their end of the field. Let's see what we can do here. All right, guys. Third quarter is brought to you by our friends at Cozy Living. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutiques. Pam and Hab Haberlock. Beautiful furniture, bedding, accessories, and gifts. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Northfield Drive in Princeton. Everything a home should be.
All right, we appreciate all the folks texting in tonight over the course of the game. Love to hear from everybody, so keep those coming as well. Ken, it's cool, but we're going to open this door again, open this window again and get a little clearer view. Great field press box here at Trigg County now. Such a wonderful upgrade that they did over the last season. Big crowd on hand for both teams tonight. Of course, senior nights usually bring those out for the home team, but Caldwell County packing the bleachers across the way. Sutton Ritchie to put it in play. He did have a couple of touchbacks earlier in this contest. Getting set to put it in play from the 40, and we are underway. It's an onside kick covered by Trigg County, and that one covered at the 49-yard line of the Wildcats, so a big break for Trigg County. Caldwell County trying to catch Trigg County off guard, and it did not work. The Wildcats will start out with their best field position of the night. They're going to spot the ball with the nose of it touching the 50, so midfield for the Wildcats, 1st and 10 as we are underway here in the second half. Caden Scott at quarterback for Trigg County has Davari Good looking with a 3-player wide receiver set. Good, flag goes down in the backfield. Good still picking his way around, had nothing, in fact, pulled for a loss, but gains out to the 45, which will probably come back.
Yeah, when Davari Good reverse field, the left tackle just grabbed Leighton Wall and was holding him there, so that's going to go back against Trigg.
Holding against Trigg County is the call.
That's a hard play, Dennis. When you're engaged and you're blocking somebody and that running back reverses field, then, if you let them go, they're going to make a play. But if you hold them at all, they're going to call that about every time.
And it does go against the Wildcats, so we'll back them up with the ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Just underway here in the second half, 26-14, Caldwell County with the lead against a team that did beat Caldwell County's playoff opponent next week, a win over Fort Campbell on Trigg County's resume right now. Scott, comeback pass is overthrown. That's picked off, and that's going to be 6.
Down the line.
Stevens with the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
Let's go.
That one floated out of Scott's hand well over Williams' head.
Yeah, he put it right in Drew's bread basket, and Drew just took it right to the house. He could have walked. I think you and I could have scored on that one.
He could have done the last 10 yards backwards on that one. He was wide open down that sideline.
What a great start for Caldwell's defense there, Dennis. You knew we needed a spark, and Drew gave it to us. That might be a candidate for play of the game. I don't know, maybe.
That's in the running
it's
right now.
It's in the running. That's right, baby.
That ball picked off at about the 40-yard line, would you say?
Yeah, he picked it off about the 40 and just line of scrimmage was about the 40 there, and he just took it to the house.
Sutton Ritchie on for the extra point. Flag comes in from the side. That score comes with 11:29 to play in the third quarter. Caldwell County had opened up the half with an onside kick. Trigg County recovered, but a penalty pushed Trigg County back to the 40. Yeah, that's about where Drew Stevens picked that one off at, well overthrown, looking for Williams.
That ball just floated on that quarterback, Dennis. He was looking for that quick screen, and it just floated. And Drew was just Johnny on the spot, kind of look what I found kind of guy there, and took it to the house. Great play by Drew. And, boy, the Tigers have really had a lot of picks this year. It ain't just been Luke Parker. It's been, a conglomerate of players that have had a lot of picks this year. Drew, Jack Roach. I mean, this is the second pick we've had in this game. Roach had one, and then, of course, Drew with the big one there.
That touchdown brought to you, of course, by Goodwin Insurance. Goodwin Insurance, a locally owned, independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Call Goodwin Insurance anytime for a free quote.
Yeah, if you're Trigg County's coach, you walk up to your quarterback and you pat him on the back and say, "Shake it off, man. You're a freshman. If I was coaching that young man, I would probably give him another chance to throw the ball a little bit here."
That's where Caldwell County came into tonight.
Yeah, 16 picks on the year.
Picks on the year.
We've got 18 now. That's an average of about 2 a game here we're getting. So, great job by Caldwell's defense. I mean, I'm surprised Trigg County just didn't run good there because we haven't really stopped him all night.
Ritchie with the kickoff, fielded at the 6-yard line. Up across the 20, 25, and brought down around the 26-yard line. Caldwell County with good coverage on that one.
Yeah, Brian Barber, he's a senior. Hasn't played a lot, but he's been active on special teams tonight. Got down there and made a good play on the ball carrier.
Let's go down for a Go Green Field report after that Caldwell score with Todd.
Caldwell County with a big defensive stop there, especially after not converting on the onside kick attempt. But, I don't know if you guys saw it last week. We had scoregami for Caldwell in the Crittenden County game, 36-27. Kind of got a weird score on the board tonight. We might be headed for scoregami here tonight.
It is Scott at quarterback out of the gun. Good takes the handoff, hits the line. Caldwell County selling out to that run. Good still able to pick up yardage across the 30 out to the 31-yard line.
71 on their team, their left tackle, he's a big boy.
Yeah, you get good, and if you put Bridges or Williams back there at the block and you're running it off that left side.
What was that movie with the Wildcats? Finch? Goldie Hawn was the coach.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big kid, man.
I remember that. It is Good this time to the left shoulder.
Little sweep.
Pitch out to Good. Gets a hold, gets tripped up right at the hole at the 30. Woo. Had he not, it was going to be one-on-one with Drew Stevens. But Good brought down at the 35-yard line. I think we were happy with the trip at the line, and Drew Stevens was happy with that
trip. I think Drew was pretty satisfied with that because
he had a head of steam and had a hole.
That kid runs downhill. He is downhill all the time.
3rd down and 3 coming up for Trigg County from the 35-yard line.
Got Good over here on the tight end position. Watch him sneaking out.
Handoff in the backfield. Bridges gets the first down and then some, almost to midfield as he crosses the 45-yard line. Spotted down at the 48.
Jayshon's carry is good.
Jayshawn Bridges on the carry. Jayshawn Bridges, a player that could probably start for every team around the area. Second on the Wildcats in rushing and receiving this season, but probably in the neighborhood of 500 yards on the season going into this second half.
Yeah, they're splitting Good out here. I mean, look for Bridges, maybe get the ball again here.
And it is Bridges with the run, middle of the field, across midfield, and brought down
Leighton Wall.
Leighton Wall, who's having a good game defensively for the Tigers. And you see the tackle that Leighton Wall makes. That should be something that every Tiger looks at. He's fundamentally sound on how he makes the hits.
You know, he
wraps up.
Yeah, Dennis, he's not the fastest, he's not the biggest, but he's effective, and that's what you want in a high school football player. You want a kid that wants to be out there, and you want a kid that tries to be effective. So Goo's back in the backfield now, unbalanced line. Yep.
Goo takes that handoff, and again, it's
on
Wall.
cue.
Slowing him down.
We got the ball.
Some help.
He fumbled.
Ball comes out.
He fumbled. Oh, hey!
And they get it right. It is Caldwell County
All
football.
right, boys, let's put the foot down now.
That fumble comes with 8:53 to play in the third.
Once again, we created a turnover there. Second straight drive that's ended in a turnover for Trigg County. Not the way they wanted to start at the second half. And here, put the foot on the accelerator. Do not let up.
You talk about fundamentals. Wall held him up.
Yeah.
Had a couple of Tigers come in. One able to strip that football.
I couldn't tell who it was. I know Cam Spikes was in the neighborhood. And
we'll go down and see if Todd has information on who recovered that fumble in just a second. Lander takes a snap. It's a quick hit outside to Maddox. It's complete. Maddox down the field. Hit on the sideline. Had a piece of jersey, and he's pulled out of bounds in between the 30 and 35-yard lines. Let's go down for a Go Green field report on that last turnover.
Yeah, Duke Ward is the one that came out of the pack with it. I'm not really sure who knocked the ball loose. Could have been Leighton Wall in there. The whole Tiger team picture was in on the tackle that time, but it was definitely Duke that came out with the football.
So we're going to have a little matchup issue over here on the right side. Look for a screen over here to Luke, possibly, or a swing pass to Cam Wilson.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
That plays there if we hit it.
Lander takes it.
He's got Luke
Parker
right there.
goes across the middle, complete on the hash marks at the 25-yard line. Parker having a huge night, had over 100 yards along with Maddox in that first half. Ball spotted at the 24. Gain of 6 on first down for Caldwell County. 2nd and 4 with the clock running at about 8:20 to play in the third quarter. I like the start Caldwell County has responded here with
in
the second half, especially
Dennis,
defensively.
Cover 0, a long slant is there all night long if you run it.
Lander with the snap. He hits Wilson on the far side. Wilson in and out of the hands. I said he hit him, and he did hit him. Wilson just, I think, turned to look up the field before he secured that football over that left shoulder.
Yeah,
that was a perfect pass from Lander to Wilson. Just one of those that you just didn't get wrapped up.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that Cam Wilson wished he had back, I'm sure. Once again, Dennis, I think we got a great opportunity here for that long slant, that post pattern. I mean, it's going to be wide open.
Yeah, they have everybody within 8 yards. Showed some pressure, and did they come across? I think they did. Flags come out.
I mean, if they just stay in this defense, I mean, it's going to be a pitch and catch here with one of our outside receivers.
This should result in a first down, and does. A New Tech seed first down on the penalty for Caldwell County as the ball will move inside the 20-yard line. Down to the 19, first and 10. First down brought to you by New Tech Seeds. Contact Nikki Dunbar, the district sales manager.
It's there.
At New Tech Seeds.
Luke Parker on a post here.
Instead, it's a quick hit to Spikes in the backfield. Spikes lowers his head, hits a couple of black jerseys, still trying to get some yardage out of it. Hard run after the catch by Cam Spikes. Down near the 15-yard line. Good play on first down by Spikes. Spikes looks like he gets tougher every game.
He
does not want to give up.
I'm so proud of him. He's just such a good, hard football player.
Ball right on the 15. Second down and about 6 for Caldwell County. Staggered set on the far side. Instead, in and out of the hands.
Yeah, that would have been 6. He threw it a little bit behind Gus. Had Gus coming on a crossing route, and he threw it just a little bit behind him. And I think he would have taken that to the house there, Dennis.
Fox wanting that chance back. But it was just a little bit behind him. Would have been a tough catch.
Sure he did.
3rd down and 6 coming up for Caldwell. 3 receivers set to the right. Trigg showing pressure. Now backs out of it. Lander checks the wristband, change in play. Lander drops back, gets some pressure over the middle. That one underthrown. He had to get rid of it. He had a lot of pressure, and it falls incomplete at the goal line.
Yeah, they came on a little blitz there up the middle, and Dalen got out of the way, almost made a great play, but just couldn't quite come up with it. So 4th down, 4th and 6, long 6 here. I mean, I'm probably going to go ahead and go for it here, I'd say. And then 7:13 to go.
Yeah. With that touchdown to open the half, I agree with you. If it were still 26-14, I think I would have to take the field goal. Lander has Parker one-on-one. Lander looks down the field into the end zone. Touchdown, Fox. Lander to Fox from 15 yards out. Caldwell County starting to pull away now. That one comes with 7:06 left to play.
Yeah, nice play by Gus. Like I said, man, he's a big, strong kid. He's got strong hands. He gets in there, and he'll catch a ball, contest it with the best of them. So great job by Gus Fox there.
Sutton Ritchie trying to hit the 40. And it is good. Caldwell County 40, Trigg County 14. Back after this.
If you're involved in an auto accident, it's your choice where your vehicle is repaired. Some insurance companies refer you to pro shops because they give the insurance company discounts. But with those discounts, the insurance company has input on the parts used and might not always use what is best. At Trice Hughes Body Shop, they're not partnered with an insurance company, but they give the same lifetime limited warranty to the person who owns the vehicle at the time of repairs. Visit Trice Hughes in Princeton for your vehicle repairs.
Got a news tip, community event, info, or picture to share? Text us at 270-963-9038. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Kay's Kitchen wants to wish the Tigers and Lady Tigers best of luck this year.
Back to Trigg County High School. Caldwell County stretching that lead out. Lander to Fox. Now 40-14. Sutton Ritchie to put it in play. Quick update on the score. Madisonville, a little bit of a surprise over Murray tonight, 21-3. Ritchie's kick, short, called at the 7-yard line. Williams dances around the 18, shakes a tackle across the 30, wants to get to the sideline. Still on his feet, he's going to step out of bounds. Give Trigg County good field position around the 40-yard line. A flag in the middle of the field. We'll see what the call is on this one.
Yeah, Sutton Ritchie came up, made the play there. I think we need to get old Sutton on the defensive side of the ball there, Dennis. He came up, made a nice play there. I love it when kickers hit players.
It is a hold on the return against Trigg County is the call. Ken, talk a little bit about that play from Lander to Fox. I asked you off the air, was that a good throw or a better catch? And you said both.
I think it was a little bit of both. Dalen was a little off camber throw off his back foot and a little crossing route, and Gus actually went up and just took the ball away from the Trigg County kid. Gus is a strong kid, and great play by the Tigers. Those are the kind of plays that we need, those contested 50-50 balls. Trust your guy to go up and get the ball.
Here it is, Duke. Trigg County comes to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers out wide for Caden Scott, the left-handed freshman quarterback for Trigg County. Davari Good in the backfield. Pitch is to Good. Good cuts it back up the middle off the pitch, lowers his head, and picks up yardage out across the 36-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Caldwell containing that. But then when Good planted his foot, boy, he was able to get another 6 or 8 yards there.
Good's got one of the best plant steps and cutbacks that we've seen all season long.
And I mean, when he cuts and he accelerates, he's almost at full speed on his first step. He's a good running back.
But that says a lot about his field vision.
Now in this formation, they've ran the ball to this side, their left side a lot here behind Good. Here they come again. He cut it back.
Good bounces this one out. Still on his feet, down near midfield, and that's Bridges on the carry. But Bridges, with about the same results Good has been receiving, running to this side.
First down.
is a first down, Wildcats. They'll stop the clock with 6:19 to move the chains. Scott back in with the play from the sideline.
You know, once again, though, Trigg County is just not a good team when they're behind Dennis. They run the ball, and it's going to be hard for them to come back with their style of offense here unless they get a couple of big runs knocked off.
40-14. Handoff to Bridges once more, giving Good a little bit of a break into Tiger territory down to the 46-yard line. 5:45 left to play in the third. Caldwell County looking to extend the winning streak to a couple of games and have a chance to maybe have a 3-game winning streak. Who would have talked about this late last year, early this year, of Caldwell County being in this position?
Yeah, I've thought we've had a good team all year, Dennis. We just, we shows when we play against teams that are similar to us in size.
Good has a tackle missed in the backfield, able to push it out for a big gain across the 40-yard line to the 39. Another first down for Trigg County. But last year, Caldwell County beat this Trigg team for their only win of the season. But you could tell the improvements early on against a very tough schedule for Caldwell County this year.
I mean, we knew the wins were going to be few and far between just looking at our schedule. And we were able to get most of the games we should have gotten. I wish we'd have gotten that Murray game. That would have been a game that really would have propelled us a little bit to host a playoff game, but it wasn't to be.
Trip set out to the right again. Trigg runs to the left. Bridges cuts it back to the right across the 35 and down to the 32-yard line. Todd, you can join in on this conversation if you would like, but you and I both had a chance to talk to Coach McClung in the preseason. And he said a successful season would be maybe 3 or 4 wins, host a playoff game, win a playoff game. And you maybe thought that was lofty expectations, but Caldwell County with a legitimate chance to do most of those.
Yeah, I think as the season's gone along, the expectations have maybe even grown a little bit, that maybe now we want to go win that playoff game on the road and maybe try to go after Mayfield next.
Good with the carry across the 30.
First things first, though. Let's finish this one and get out of here with a win, and a 4-6 regular season after last season. Big step in the right direction.
And a winnable playoff game coming up at Fort Campbell next week. But like you said, still about a quarter and a half here left in this one. Caldwell with a comfortable lead right now, but Trigg County driving. 1st and 10. Ball at the 27-yard line. Another handoff. It's Bridges this time to the left side. Trigg County's found a little bit of success running to the left side. Ken, talk a little bit about that. They're lining all the receivers up to the right.
Yeah, well, they've got, big number 71 out there. He's a load. Ty White, he's a big, strong kid. Looks like he probably goes about 300, probably about 6'4", I would say. He's a big kid. They got number 73 out there also in front. So, yeah, I mean, they're just exploiting that left side of the line.
Caldwell County looking at a little bit of pressure here, and Trigg County saw it and decided to take the timeout. 3:57 left to play in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this U-Ride timeout.
Feeling under the weather? Visit Princeton Drugstore for quick and easy testing. For only $40, get tested for flu, COVID, or strep. And the pharmacist can write you a prescription on the spot. In about 20 minutes, you can have your diagnosis, prescription, and a school excuse without leaving your car. Why wait at the doctor's office when you can get back to feeling better faster? Come to Princeton Drugs drive-thru today and take the fast lane to recovery. Princeton Drugstore, your quick stop to feeling good again.
La Potosina Mexican restaurant would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Back from the U-Ride timeout. Caldwell County leading this one 40-14 over Trigg County. Just under 4 minutes to play. Trigg County 2nd down and 4 from the 21-yard line. Bridges takes a handoff, goes right. Flags come down from everywhere. This one stopped at the 13-yard line, but the flags, for all intents and purposes, stopped this one. They'll bring this one back on a hold by Trigg County.
I tell you what, I know we're in the third quarter still, but I've been impressed by it's been a pretty clean game as far as sportsmanship goes. We haven't seen a lot of jawing. We haven't seen any late hits, really. Overall, for a Trigg County game, that's pretty good. I mean, I've seen some of these down here. It just did not
Yeah, the teams did not like
They
each
did
other
not
at
like each
all.
other at all, Dennis. And, good job right now. The Tigers hadn't got caught up in any extracurriculars, which I'd like to see that.
Well, Ken, I think that's something they've probably learned over the last couple of weeks because
Yeah.
it's cost them at times.
It cost them against Murray severely.
Second down and long now coming up for the Wildcats. Scott to pass. Flag comes in.
Get it, Luke!
Parker with the interception, but it might come back on a hold by Caldwell County. Parker on the return across midfield, being chased from behind, brought down inside the 30.
A hold by us?
Parker with the ball by interception went down by
We'll
number
see. I
5,
think this one may go
flag on the play.
against Caldwell. We'll see how it goes on it.
I thought it was a hold on their D line, on our line.
It may have been on
their line.
their defensive line.
Yeah, it's on them.
It's on them. Good. They're going to decline that one. Big interception.
What a pick.
Luke Parker. Talk a little bit about it, Ken. You've seen this 8 times so far this season.
Well, it hasn't been like Deion Sanders breaking on the ball. It's been mostly just kind of 50-50 balls, and Luke has been able to high point that ball and get to it. And that's kind of your job as a free safety. You're kind of playing center field back there, and you want to go get that ball. And so, they've got a young quarterback who's relatively inexperienced, and Luke made a good play and got a nice return back to get us in a good scoring position here.
Caldwell with a chance to put the nail in the coffin, more or less, on this drive that's going to start at the Trigg County 27-yard line. 2 receivers this side. Quick pass in.
Get on it, get on it. That's a fumble.
Spikes dropped that one. But it's going to go back for Caldwell all the way back to the 40-yard line.
All right, Dennis. So, here we are on, again, though, the way we're playing right now, we're good in 2nd and 20.
Yeah.
We're throwing the football all over the field right now.
It's kind of laying up to your strength, I guess. That's
Yeah.
a 13-yard loss on the play, but the Tigers with 2nd and long from the 40.
Once again, nobody really deep here.
Lander with good protection over the middle, and it's complete on a strike to Luke Maddox all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, great catch by Maddox. He was falling down, and Dalen with a nice strike to Luke. Great play there.
Luke Maddox with the New Tech seed. First down for Caldwell County.
Well, this will probably finish it off here, Dennis, if we can punch one in here.
Good protection by the offensive line
Yeah.
for Lander on that play, too. Gave him plenty of time.
That's a great point. Dalen's had all night to throw, and it's been a really good job by our line giving him protection.
Lander with a
Once
career
again,
night
no
going.
safety. I just can't understand this.
Lander, quick outside to Parker. Parker is complete across the 10, tripped up at the 6-yard line.
They're going to call a hold on Gus here. They call it every time. Gus, I'm not sure if he holds or what, but they call it every time we run that screen pass almost, Dennis.
Something in the blocking technique as Caldwell County gets whistled for the hold on that one. Will bring a good gain back. 2:05 left to play in the 3rd. Caldwell County looking to put points on the board and put this one, for the most part, out of reach, barring a miracle by Trigg County.
Yeah, it would be a miracle. I can't see any way these guys can come back.
Not with
the
having
way
to keep it on the ground the way Trigg does.
I mean,
totally
again,
agree.
it's just, cover 0 again, Dennis. Just run it, run a post like you did to Luke Maddox.
Lander to throw, goes to the corner. He's got a man up and good. And touchdown, Tigers. Lander to Wilson.
Yeah, Cam Wilson made a nice adjustment to the football, and just Dalen's having a ball game here, Dennis. He's
6 touchdown passes for Lander.
He's chucking that ball around the field. I don't know the last time we had 6 touchdowns. I know Joby had 6 against Union County in 2018, but I can't remember the last time we had a quarterback with 6 TDs in a game.
Sutton Ritchie with the extra point attempt. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. With 1:57 still left to play in the 3rd quarter. Caldwell County out now, big over Trigg, 47-0. 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds on WPKY.
You only turn 130 once, and Fredonia Valley Bank is pulling out all the stops. This remarkable journey is a testament to the community and the cherished customers, so they are shouting out a huge thank you. And what better way to show gratitude than with monthly giveaways? Stay in the loop for your chance to grab some amazing prizes. Stay tuned with us. Follow Fredonia Valley Bank on Facebook and Instagram, or pop into either location for a visit. Here's to winning and celebrating together.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hopkinsville Electric System wants to wish the Tigers and Lady Tigers best of luck this year.
6 Goodwin Insurance touchdowns through the air tonight for Dalen Lander. Let's go down for a Go Green Field report in the walking record book. And Todd Griffin, how close are we to some records, Todd?
Well, guys, I don't have my record book with me, but, we're about to be getting close. It's a career night for Dalen Lander. Tiger passing is over 400 yards now, so it'll be interesting to check all those stats after the game.
Catch on the kickoff at the 6-yard line. Return out past the 30, still on his feet to the 40, and down to the 43-yard line. Again, if you'll take it while they switch for a second, I think I have some records in the notebook over here. I'll try to grab those real quick.
All right, Dennis. So nice return there by Trigg County. Once again, Caldwell's coverage was a little bit lax there. He got up to the right side of our coverage and was able to get up to about the 42-yard line there. So Trigg will take over the 42-yard line, trailing 47-14. 1:48 to go in the third quarter. Dennis is pulling out a newspaper from 1977, it looks like here.
Caldwell County Times. And we're going to browse through this over the course of the next few minutes as Caldwell County. This is an old one, Ken, but it's been in there a while and may have something close to what Lander is doing right now. Trigg County has a 2-receiver set each way. It's going to be a handoff to Bridges. Bridges hits the line. Good gain on first down into Caldwell County territory and pushes 5 Tigers down to the 46-yard line for a first down.
I believe I'm missing some of the pages here. Yeah.
Try that one there. And if it crumbles and falls to pieces, that's okay, because it is
just off the top of my head, I remember Elijah Sindelar throwing for 552 at Callaway County his freshman year. So from a yardage standpoint, that would be a record. I don't know how close Dalen's getting to that one yet, but
he is having a great game nonetheless, Todd. I'm sure you'll have the full stat report on that after the game and tomorrow morning on the Saturday morning quarterback. Bridges again on the carry, Good on the carry. Caldwell County snuffs that one out. Again, Leighton Wall having a great night defensively. He's got to get his name in the running for some awards tonight, Ken, because Wall having a big game. Stopping Good after a gain of only 1. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Caldwell County's crowd student section really getting going across the way. 47-14, under a minute to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, we don't have the passing statistics here.
Handoff. Bridges wanted to bounce that one outside. Caldwell County all over that one. Spikes in on the play as well as number 56 for Caldwell County, Garner Stallings. Caldwell County with a good job against the run the last couple of plays. We'll see if Trigg gets this one away. 20 seconds left in the quarter right now on the clock. Ball at the 44-yard line. Wildcats come to the line with Good in the backfield. Good to the right shoulder, a compact trip set to the right. Trigg's quarterback is changed, throws it. Is that ball live? And it is not. They're going to say it was a pass attempt. At quarterback for Trigg County is number 4, Josiah McCarley, another freshman.
Yeah, so once again, great second half by the Tigers, Dennis. I mean, we've came out and did what we had to do. We stopped them on their first drive. Their first 2 possessions in the second half were in turnovers, and we capitalized the touchdowns on both. That pretty much sealed the game away.
After 3, it's Caldwell County 47, Trigg 14, back in 30 seconds.
Is there anything we can do for you? Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky wants to help. At Johnson's, we get excited when you walk in the door or call for assistance. We look forward to solving your problems and lending a hand. We carry most major appliances, including GE washers, GE dryers, and GE refrigerators. We also carry parts and offer service. Johnson's in Marion, Kentucky wants to be your appliance store and service center. Let Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion lend a hand. Stop in or shop online.
Herb Hayes Furniture wants to wish the Tigers best of luck this year.
All right, back here at Purdue Field in Katie's. Total domination by the Tigers. Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living. Come see Pam and Hab at Cozy Living Furnitures.
All right, everything a home should be at Cozy Living. Trigg goes down the field, and that was broken up in a very late flag called in. I don't know what you're going to call there, as both players were going for the football. Parker had the ball in his sight. That flag down at the 25, 26-yard line.
I don't understand what that was. I mean, I think there was just going for the football there. I don't understand what.
There's another flag across the field just off the line of scrimmage on the far side. Officials are set to walk this one off against the Tigers. We'll get the call here from the white hat as he comes across. And he's going to verify now. Illegal motion against Trigg County.
And we get another flag now.
And Ken, I think we jinxed it talking about a clean game a little bit earlier, but pass interference against Caldwell County. No way. Those offset. But there is no way. I know Trigg County doesn't like the
interference.
The motion on them, but pass interference was not the call.
Oh, yeah, I don't see that one there.
Both teams went up at the high point for the football.
Yeah, that was just going for the ball there. I mean, I don't think there was the contact came after the ball was already past the receiver. To me, it looked like. But
yeah, it's almost like the official thought about it for a couple of seconds and said, well, I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure. I think there was unsportsmanlike conduct on Trigg County after the play was over, and that's going to back them up a little bit now, unfortunately.
Josiah McCarley in at quarterback now in the fourth quarter for Trigg County.
Well, I guess that gives Luke 8 interceptions for the season, so one more, and then he'll be tied with Pete Moore. I still think that's a remarkable record for Pete Moore to do that in 1963.
In a running era, yeah.
I wasn't around then, but obviously that must have been one heck of a football team, winning the state championship and then having a guy like Pete Moore making all those picks. I mean, what a remarkable group that must have been.
And Todd, if I remember the names right, that was an Earl Stevens team. As Trigg County trying to do a line change in live ball situation.
Yeah, that 1963 team went 13-0, winning a state championship, and yeah, that team was loaded. Had people that went on to play football and went on to play baseball and other things.
Well, I do know the 1962 team was really good too. That was Ed Settle's group, and of course, Ed played at Kentucky.
Punt block. Caldwell County with a chance to pick it up and go.
Go, baby!
And who else but Jack Roach?
My guy,
Roach with the punt block. And the return.
How about Jack Roach right there, Dennis? Yeah.
Punt block was around the, what would you call it, Ken?
About the 25-yard line. And Jack just, I think Jack may have blocked it also. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, Roach had the block and picked it up. That one come with 11:46. And I said during the break we wouldn't reach the 80-point mark that sets the record for Caldwell County, but these Tigers are trying their best to get close to that mark. Sutton Ritchie will try to make it a 40-point lead for the Tigers. Running clock the rest of the way. This one up, and this one good. 54-14 early in the fourth. Back after this.
Depositing checks into your Planters Bank checking account just got even easier.
In addition to stopping by any of our convenient locations, you can now deposit checks for free, even on the go. It's like having a Planters Bank teller wherever you are. With a simple snap from your smartphone's camera, your check deposit is in the bank. Planters Bank Deposit. Reason number 43 that Planters is the bank where you can expect great things. Member FDIC.
Give it your all this season, Tigers. Good luck from the Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center.
We are back to Trigg County High School. Early fourth quarter, only 14 seconds gone. Caldwell County opens up a 40-point lead, 54-14. Trigg County with all substitutes in on that punt. Jack Roach blocked it, came up with the ball, carried it into the end zone. Now Caldwell County Sutton Ritchie will kick this away, and you're going to see a lot of clean jerseys here for the final 11:46.
Yeah, what a finish by the Tigers here, Dennis.
Line drive kick, bobbled, and
he went in the
Trigg
end zone.
County did go in the end zone. That is Williams, took a step back after he bobbled the football, came back out. But Ken, talk a little bit about this. 54-14 Caldwell County. You're on the road next week against Fort Campbell, and it wouldn't surprise me for our district to go 3-1 against the other district in the playoffs, with Crittenden County probably taking the only loss against Owensboro Catholic. But what about the momentum and the play of the Tigers, especially in this second half? They responded to Coach McClung at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, it was 26-14 at half. Trigg County's getting the ball back. They'd just gone down the field 80 yards for the touchdown. And here we are. They could have scored and made this a 6-point game,
right,
or 5-point game. And so we were able to get a turnover and just great resiliency by Caldwell, and then we just put it on them basically.
Good stays in the ball game. He gets hit and brought down. And another flag coming in at the end of the play. This one from the side judge. Personal foul, face mask against Caldwell County.
Personal foul, face mask is a call against Caldwell County.
I'm not sure if Todd has a record for face masks in a game, but this certainly could be up there. So we're going to look for Sindelar's passing yards, touchdowns, and then face masks for records this year.
Yeah, we're going to have to go for a Go Green Field report with Todd. Let you respond. We're going to keep you up till about 3 in the morning doing some research.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the face mask penalties or not, but I've never seen a face mask called when you face masked your own guy before.
That's a first for me, too.
Snap back to McCarley, hand off to Bridges. Bridges picks up about 4 on the play.
You know, it's like the Pittsburgh receiver last week, the Steelers guy in the end zone. They say he didn't get down, but he did. He got 2 feet down in the back of the end zone. It was the same foot twice. So, you know, do you have to get different feet down to be in or what?
Jackson Ray with the tackle for Caldwell County. Good questions. I just hate to talk about the Steelers too much.
Sometimes I feel like watching the NFL is like litigating a court case. There's so many lawyer decisions you're making. Just make the call and move on, you know.
Good. Across the 45, on his feet across the 50, down the sideline, broke away from everybody. Davari Good to the house for Trigg County.
Yeah, I mean, you know, here you are in a running clock game. You got your bell cow running the football. I mean, hey, but looks like there's a little laundry on the field. I don't want to shock anybody, but
that's going to be a 65-yard run by Good if it stands. The flag at the middle of the field. We'll wait on the call to see what this one is going to come out as. Good with a big run. Still awaiting the official decision. Looks like it is coming back, and it is a hold against Trigg County, so we can put the score sheet back down. Good just running like it's 0-0 right now. You got to admire that kid. He is a whale of a talent and will be a district opponent next season.
He's going to be a thorn in our side one more year, Dennis. I'm sure Coach McClung and Coach McGowan are not going to be sad to see that young man graduate.
Trigg County's coach still talking to the lead official down on the field. I'm sure it had gotten a little bit heated. They're just working things out there, and we are about to get set back into play. McCarley in at quarterback. We'll give you a score update on Madisonville Murray. That one's going to stop as motion by Trigg County. We'll push them back 5 more yards.
I tell you what, they better be glad they threw the flag because Seth Trusty was getting ready to take that handoff. He had made some significant penetration there, Dennis, and he was getting ready to take that the other way, I think.
Update from Murray. Madisonville in a bit of a surprise tonight, 28-3 now over the Murray Tigers.
Madisonville's a good football team. You know, Murray, they may have their reserves in. Who knows? They've got their season where they need it. They were hosting a playoff game, so.
Trigg County, 2nd down and long. Handoff goes to Bridges on the left side. Caldwell County had it strung out. Bridges breaks free, gets across the 40 and out to the 43-yard line.
Hard running, carries near midfield, number 10, Ray.
We'll check on some of the Tigers in on the tackle. Number 23, Christian Coleman, who's had some good games this season for the Tigers, in on that bring down.
Yeah, we got some of our reserves in. Brian Barber's in the game here at linebacker. Got some guys that, of course, Jack Roach is still in the game right now, so we're still got some of our guys in because their starters are still in the game right now.
Navari Good in the backfield. It's Bridges, though, on the carry. Bridges across midfield, brought down at the 47-yard line. On the tackle was Jack Roach.
Jack ran him down from behind. He made a cutback, and Jack was trailing the play. A nice hustle by Jack there on the play.
Enough for a first down for Trigg County. Under 9 to play with a running clock. Caldwell ahead by 40, 54-14. Tigers looking for their 4th win of the season.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought we'd be running clock at this point in the 4th quarter, Dennis, the way the first half went.
Handoff to number 22. We'll check the name on him. Good gain on first down. Tough run by number 22, and that is Bryce Huseman. A freshman running back. And
He's
not afraid. He lowered the helmet. Took on Caldwell County face mask to face mask and got the gain down to the 41.
Him and Jack Roach had a big league collision there. That was a real collision.
Might change Mr. Huseman's mind after hitting Jack Roach, though, on the next attempt. As McCarley in at quarterback.
Yeah, that's motion. You got to call that.
Nobody called anything. Pass is up.
I mean,
and the pass is complete, and the officials just stood and let that go.
The running back was leaning forward. It took 2 steps forward before the play started. I mean,
and was telling on himself because he pulled up, but the in play is a pass completion and a first down to the Caldwell County 29-yard line.
I guess the coach must have gotten his ear a little bit. Wow. I mean, that's right in front of it. Even I could see that one.
Man. I think the cheerleaders could see that. They had their back to the play. That was tough. McCarley, 2 backs in the backfield. Trigg County with the handoff. It's Bridges wanting to bust it to the outside. And Caldwell County man-on-man tackle with Eli Stevens wrapping up Bridges.
Eli Stevens, man, what a great play. He was the one guy that could stop a touchdown, and he did. You know, Eli is an old pick and shovel player, Dennis. He just does the dirty work. You need a field goal block, you call Eli. You need a guy to make a tackle,
call Eli.
Call Eli. Need a big interception against Crittenden County?
Call Eli.
That's right.
1-800. Call Eli. Stop down to the 25-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play. Trigg, 2-back backfield. Good has been out this whole drive for Trigg County. Instead, it's Bridges across the 20. Did the ball come loose?
No, it did. He fumbled. Loose. But their lineman, number 73 there, was Johnny on the spot, Quinn Baggett.
The gain was initially down inside the 20 or right at the 20, but the ball bounces back to the 23-yard line. 6:12 to go in this one. Caldwell County will hold on to this one 54-14. It's just a matter of what the final score ends up being.
Yeah, I remember that Callaway County game, Sinalar's freshman year. His first start, it was his record, 500-plus yards passing. I believe that game was like 75-56. It was something crazy. It took like 3 or 4 hours to play that game.
Good into the ball game, and Good with the run from the 23 all the way to the house. Touchdown, Trigg County. And I don't see any flags on the field. So Good with the touchdown at the 5:43 mark. See if Trigg County goes for the extra point. 54-20 right now, 5:43 left in this contest. Trigg County ends their season tonight, missing the playoffs for the second straight year. Caldwell County on the road next week to take on the Falcons at Fort Campbell. 2-point conversion attempt coming up for Trigg County. McCarley with Bridges in the backfield. Instead, hands off to Huseman. And Huseman, does he get in? And he does. 54-22. Trigg County with a touchdown at 5:43. We'll take a break and be right back after this in 30 seconds.
Is there anything we can do for you? Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion, Kentucky wants to help. At Johnson's, we get excited when you walk in the door or call for assistance. We look forward to solving your problems and lending a hand. We carry most major appliances, including GE washers, GE dryers, and GE refrigerators. We also carry parts and offer service. Johnson's in Marion, Kentucky wants to be your appliance store and service center. Let Johnson's Furniture and Appliances in Marion lend a hand. Stop in or shop online.
La Potosina Mexican Restaurant would like to wish the Tigers all the best of luck this year.
Back to Trigg County High School where the Wildcats on the board here in the fourth quarter. 54 now, 22. Caldwell County with the lead. The 2-point conversion was by Brody Calhoun. My correction, Brody Calhoun, a sophomore running back and not Huseman. So it's Calhoun in number 22.
So they're probably going to try to do an onside kick here at Dennis. I mean, running clock, they just don't have enough time to score these points, I don't think. But we need to make sure we field this kickoff here with our hands, guys.
Yeah, it's situations you may face next week under a little more pressure, so you want to be able to pull this off when it counts.
I think you can learn a lot in a blowout win sometimes.
Big lineman doing the onside kick. This one a good one, high bounce.
Look at Duke
Caldwell
Ward.
County. Duke Ward covers that one up at the 40-yard line.
Great job by Duke. You know, he's our nose guard, and he's out there on the hands team getting him a cover there. Good job by Duke Ward.
And Ken, I told you we'd like to get text in from some of our listeners. We got a request in, and this is for you. Can you sing, do you know the words to Turn Out the Lights, the Party's Over? We may need it in a few minutes.
Dandy Don Meredith, you got to love that, man. That was the greatest announcing team in the history of football.
You are absolutely
right. Howard Cosell, Don Meredith, and Frank Gifford. I mean, if you grew up like we did, that was your guys, that music, and it was great.
Those were the days.
Man.
You got to throw Pat Summerall in there a little bit, too.
And the halftime shows that Cosell would narrate were just phenomenal.
Handoff. Caldwell County tries to go right side. Pickup of about 3 on the play. For Caldwell County, that was that Leighton Wall?
That was 23.
23, excuse me.
Christian Coleman.
Christian Coleman with the carry. I thought Leighton has done everything else tonight. Why not let him pick up some yardage?
Well,
Christian Coleman.
This is the time of the game you might get a guy like Leighton. Hey, you want to carry the ball a little bit, man? Let's just get you a little carry there and see what you can do with it.
And I bet it would turn out pretty decent.
I guarantee you it would. He would either fumble or he would get about 12 yards.
4:40 left to play in the ball game. Running clock here as Caldwell County is led by as many as 40 points in this one. Lander at quarterback. He's going to put number 8 in motion for Caldwell County. That's Markham. Caldwell County with the handoff, hit in the backfield. Number 4, Barber.
Yeah, somebody missed an assignment there, Dennis.
Yeah,
that guy
was way
just
too easy for Trigg.
Shot the gap and just had him right when he took the handoff. Brian really never had a chance to get loose. Brian Barber's a senior, hadn't played a lot of football, but boy, he really looks good in pads. I mean, he's a good-looking, strong young man.
3rd down and 15 coming up for the Tigers. We've got to get to midfield to keep this drive alive. Lander gets the play from the sideline. 54-22 your score. 3:40 left to play in this one. Stay tuned for the Trilogy post-game report as soon as this one is over. We'll also have the joint barbecue interview with Coach McClung as the players go off the field at the whistle. Tigers, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lander with a 2-back backfield. Let some time run off the clock. Snap is back. Handoff. Caldwell County mashed at the line. We'll get the number on that one. And it looks like, again, that was number 4, Brian Barber. Barber had a head full of steam, but it came to an abrupt stop right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down, and the punt unit will come on as Sutton Ritchie will kick this away to Trigg County. Clock continues to run, under 3 to play.
I believe this is our first punt of the evening.
Your first punt in it's been two games.
Yeah.
Sutton Ritchie checking to see where the play clocks are, asking the official.
Yeah, I don't see a play clock on the field here, so it's kind of hard to tell.
He'll let the official count it down for him before he signals for the snap. Or may take the delay of game altogether.
Yeah, the Tigers are just going to go ahead and take the 5 yards on this one, guys, as the clock ticks down.
And it is going to be a delay of game call against Caldwell County.
Or did we call a timeout? No, delay of game. Okay.
Feels like the clock's been stopped more since we got to the running clock than it was earlier in the game.
Well, I don't think it should be stopped right now, Todd, but it is. I guess the clock operator here
stop on a penalty,
has a soft spot for the home team.
So Ritchie will kick this one away from just inside his 20-yard line. Trigg County with Williams back.
Yeah.
Good kick by Ritchie. Circles around. It's going to take a Trigg bounce, but not much of one. Goes out of bounds near the 40, where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. Clock running with 1:41 left to play.
Yeah, just complete domination by Caldwell County in the second half, Dennis. I mean, we came out, we had a purpose, and the guys did a great job. I mean, all facets of the game. You know, I'm not sure that I really agree with the defense Trigg was running against us tonight, because it really allowed us to exploit the fact that they weren't having a safety at all deep. And, you know, they did that against us back in 2018 too, and I just couldn't believe it. You know, we had 2 of the top receivers in the state at that point, 3 of the top receivers in the state, and they were just – and again tonight, looked like if we could play against defense like that all the time, Dalen Lander would be an all-state quarterback.
McCarley in at quarterback. Little pitch to Williams. Williams runs out of bounds, but the clock's going to continue to run as Caldwell County will win their 2nd game in a row and head into the playoffs on a 2-game winning streak. And Ken and Todd, you can weigh in on this. Coach McClung not happy at halftime going off the field into the interview. He was kind of frustrated with the officials and with his own players, but the Tigers came out and responded in that 3rd quarter.
Absolutely, Dennis. I mean, that's what we had to do. We talked about that at halftime. We have to come out, get a stop, and respond, and those guys did a good job.
Bridges on the carry to midfield into Caldwell County territory, down at the 48-yard line, and that should wrap it up. I don't think Trigg will try to get another play off. 54-22.
Guys, just a reminder that there is a trophy associated with this game. Caldwell County brought the trophy tonight, but it's going to go back home with them. Give you a little story, though, and maybe the coaches won't find out I told you. One year, Caldwell County came over here and forgot to bring the trophy. So it's a good thing we got out of town on the win that night.
It's like making a bet on the golf course and you don't bring any money, Todd. That's a pretty good one.
Hey, we've owned that trophy, man. I know I'm not ashamed to say it. It's been a absolutely, ever since that trophy started, we have absolutely owned it. I don't even think we even remember it's there.
Princeton, and literally didn't apparently one night. Joint barbecue coming your way with Todd and Coach McClung. Todd, as soon as you have Coach McClung, you just let us know. Tigers win this one 54-22. In the game interview brought to you by the Joint Barbecue in Eddyville.
All right, guys, I've got Coach McClung down here. Coach, solid way for you guys to finish off the regular season.
Yeah, it was a big one. Came out and we got an interception for a pick 6 to start the half, and it's pretty smooth sailing from then. We were able to throw the ball really well, which I was happy. I thought going into the game they'd give us lots of openings to throw the ball, and we did.
Dalen Lander, maybe his best game as a Tiger tonight.
It was a good game, and you know, I still see lots of areas for growth out of our whole offense. So hopefully we'll keep improving, and maybe it'll carry us in the playoffs.
You weren't completely happy with the first half, but you go in at halftime. What do you tell the guys? Because you guys came out and pretty much dominated the majority of the second half.
I mean, I pretty much told them to focus on the main things we were trying to stop to begin with. You know, we were getting caught up in some side stuff we didn't need to, and we just needed to focus on stopping the good kid from running the ball and not give up any big plays, and really just executing what we knew we had.
Get to take the 139 Bowl trophy back to Princeton with us.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. Congratulations. Talk to you in the morning.
All right. See you, Todd.
Tiger head coach Aaron McClung there. The Tigers with a big win over here at Cadiz tonight, 54-22. Guys, I kind of thought this might be just a little more competitive tonight, but the Tiger offense has been on a roll now for 2 or 3 weeks. Even going back to the Murray game, did some good things. You know, I mentioned it in the pregame, 4-6 now, but I think there's been a lot of games where we didn't come out on the winning side, but we played pretty well. So overall, it's been a pretty solid season.
Appreciate that, Todd, with that interview from the joint, and you're right. I think Caldwell County has responded this season, Ken. You saw a lot of lessons learned last year, some hard lessons in going 1-10 on the season, but they came out, wanted a return, had a little chip on their shoulder early in the year, played some tough halves against some very good teams, but finally able to start putting it all together with some teams more our size towards the end of the year, and now it's starting to show.
Yeah, Dennis, I've said it all year. It's a good football team we've got. We've got some really good skilled kids out there. And, you know, the mark of who you are is how you respond to adversity. And these young men, particularly these seniors, have seen their share of it. Almost going on record as the only team in Caldwell County without a win last year, and then to come back this year and play a gauntlet of a schedule and be competitive every week. You know, low numbers. A lot of guys going both ways. You show up every Monday, you're sore, you're tired, your fingers are broke, your back's hurting, and you just keep fighting. And, you know, it's paid off these last 2 games. I'm looking at Trigg County's schedule right now, and I'm telling you, Dennis, if we played this schedule, we'd have 8 or 9 wins.
Right.
I mean, it really would be a
Union County by far the toughest team on the Trigg schedule.
Hancock, I mean, all these teams we've played, and we have 8 or 9 wins. And not only that, but this is a better Caldwell team than played Union County the first of the year.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if Dalen Lander can do what he did, that'll be great. I mean, looks like Todd just sent me a message, Dalen with 398 passing, and Jack Roach with 19 tackles tonight.
Wow. Great night for Jack Roach defensively on that. May have to adjust our awards sheet here a little bit and get Jack Roach's name in there. That interview at the end of the game brought to you by the Joint Barbecue. Feel the heat of the game with Tiger coaches. Brought to you by the Joint Barbecue. Real talk, real time, real barbecue, smoky, tender, and full of flavor, just like our Tiger strategy on the field. Visit the Joint Barbecue in Eddyville and at jointbbqwky.com. Remember, life's sweeter when you're at the Joint. Caldwell County wins this one 54-22. We'll take a break, come back, and get started on the Trilogy postgame report next.
I'm Jeff McDaniels, financial advisor with InvestFB. My favorite part of what we do is helping clients realize that doing small things consistently can add up to bigger successes down the road.
Success on the basketball court is a lot like that. If you do enough little things right, your chances of winning improve.
Travis, I could not have said that better. Having a great team around you can't hurt either.
Yes, sir. Everyone needs someone to hold the ladder when cutting down the net.
This is a paid testimonial. The provider has received or will receive compensation paid by the Farmers Bank and Trust Company. The individual providing this testimonial is a current client of InvestFB Wealth Management and does not have additional conflicts of interest. The testimonial may not be representative of the experience of other customers, and the testimonial is no guarantee of future performance or success.
Feeling under the weather? Visit Princeton Drugstore for quick and easy testing. For only $40, get tested for flu, COVID, or strep. And the pharmacist can write you a prescription on the spot. In about 20 minutes, you can have your diagnosis, prescription, and a school excuse without leaving your car. Why wait at the doctor's office when you can get back to feeling better faster? Come to Princeton Drugs drive-thru today and take the fast lane to recovery. Princeton Drugstore, your quick stop to feeling good again. At Trilogy Performance Sports, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. Their staff members are actively enriching the lives of their members and creating a community of like-minded people. And getting you in shape is their #1 goal. They have everything you need: knowledge, experience, and equipment. They find out what's important to you and design a customized plan that fits your needs. Learn more at trilogyperformancesports.com.
Time for a recap of tonight's action. The WPKY Tiger postgame report is on the air.
Welcome back to Trigg County High School, where Caldwell County retains possession of the 139 Bowl trophy that will stay in Princeton with a 54-22 win over the Wildcats tonight. This is the Trilogy postgame report. Trilogy provides top-of-the-line equipment and a vast array of classes, as well as an open gym. They're a family-friendly environment that focuses on achieving all of your sports performance and fitness goals. Cheering on the Tigers, Trilogy wishes you the best of luck this season. Get in the game and feel great at Trilogy Performance Sports. Dennis Stevens, Ken Parker here on the Trilogy postgame report. We'll go down to the field with Todd and stats in just a little bit. But, Ken, a career game for Dalen Lander tonight. We just noticed this stat: 6 touchdown passes, but to 5 different receivers.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about Dalen? I mean, what a great effort tonight. And, you know, Dennis, I'm a little bit bittersweet here, man. I just wish we had one more year of this group together.
Yeah,
just imagine what we could do
into that schedule next
with
year,
this
especially.
skill guys that we've got, and Dalen just really coming into his own. And, you know, kid like Cameron Spikes, just, I mean, you just got to give credit to those guys. You know, Luke Maddox and Gus and Luke Parker. I mean, just – you know, just a good group of skilled guys that really, really showed out tonight, and Dalen led the way for them.
And then you look on that defensive side with the likes of Jack Roach and Leighton Wall having a big game.
Yeah, Leighton Wall with 16 tackles and Jack Roach with 19 tackles in the game. And look, those are tough tackles, man, because you're tackling a couple of loads in Bridges and Good, Davari Good. So hats off to Jack and Leighton. They've been both stalwarts on the defense this year, and I just couldn't be happier. It's a great way to finish this year for Caldwell County.
And, Todd, when you get ready with those stats, you just give us a signal and we'll go down to you. Caldwell County, 54-22 win over Trigg County. Up next for the Tigers is a Fort Campbell team that we haven't seen play. We've heard good things about them. We've heard they are extremely beatable, so it's one of those teams you don't really know what to expect from them until we get to see them a little bit. Trigg County beat Fort Campbell earlier this season. And Fort Campbell beat Madisonville.
And don't forget, Hopkins Central beat Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't begin to wrap my arms around that. But
and Madisonville with a 41-3 lead, I think it was, on Murray tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like Murray probably mailed it in early on in that game, but I can't really figure out Fort Campbell either. But I tell you what, they've got a really good quarterback. He can run well. He can throw well. I think if you look at a comparable team, probably Crittenden County would be a close comparable to those guys, except Fort Campbell's quarterback's a little more athletic than the kid from Crittenden County is. So we're going to have our work cut out for us next week. I mean, I'm sure Coach McClung will be watching the tape on those guys to see how we're going to attack them. I think they throw the ball a lot. I would anticipate we'd probably be back in a 2-deep zone like we had against Crittenden County. But, yeah, it's going to be a good game for Caldwell. Going down there to the base, it's always a tough place to play, tough place to get on as a fan. But, man, I hope we can support them like we did tonight. Had a great crowd over there tonight.
Wonderful crowd here tonight for Caldwell County. You're exactly right.
I love playing these games. They're short trips, and next year we'll have a couple of games like Marshall that are pretty short trips as well. So, yeah, great win by the Tigers, and looking forward to next week.
Playoffs start next week as we hit the road to the Army base at Fort Campbell to take on the Falcons. That'll be the same game times as all the others this season, so I hope you'll tune in for those. We're awaiting Todd with the stats down on the field here in a 54-22 win for Caldwell County in the big one.
Okay, I think I'm ready, guys.
All right, Todd, take her away for tonight's stats on the Trilogy postgame show.
it takes a long time to add up a 54-22 game. So Tigers with a big win tonight. Post-game stats brought to you by West Kentucky Memorials with locations in Princeton, Cadiz, and Hopkinsville. Proud supporter of Caldwell County football. West Kentucky Memorials offers quality handcrafted at granite memorials. And taking a look at the stats, we're always happy to take a long time because there's a lot of yards and a lot of points to talk about. Caldwell County just never quite got the ground game going tonight. Minus 19 yards on the ground, which sounds strange when you're sitting here talking about a 32-point win. But in the air tonight, Caldwell County throws for 398 yards. That's all Dalen Lander's yardage right there. He threw 6 touchdown passes tonight, so the Tigers end up with 377 total yards of offense. Trigg County did have a big night on the ground, 269. Passed for another 65, so 334 for the Wildcats. So in the end, the yardage doesn't look that different. Caldwell County 377 and Trigg County 334. Trigg County had 20 first downs tonight. Caldwell County had just 14, but Caldwell County had some drives. It's just they didn't take many plays. There were some big plays tonight over the top. So Caldwell County ending up with a big win tonight, 54-22 over the Trigg County Wildcats. Caldwell County headed to Fort Campbell next week for a big showdown in the playoffs. Trying to check a few other stats here. I know Davari Good with a big game, over 150 yards. Actually, 174 rushing tonight for Davari Good for Trigg County. So that was a big chunk of their yardage on the ground tonight for the Caldwell County Tigers. Luke Maddox had 6 receptions, 161 yards. Luke Parker with 5 catches tonight, 130. We'll have all the stats coming up this weekend on yoursportsedge.com. We'll have game recap up, pictures tomorrow, all kinds of things. We'll have Max's moments and videos coming up on this game as, again, the Tigers win it tonight 54-22. And, guys, we're headed to the playoffs next.
All right, Todd, thank you for the report down on the sideline. Here on the Trilogy post-game report, Trigg County was giving up a little over 300 yards a game, so Caldwell County exceeded that just a little bit tonight, but I wouldn't have anticipated it being all through the air, though, Ken. That kind of surprised me, especially the way Spikes has been running, but they keyed up on Spikes, but Lander, had a monster night tonight with 6 touchdown passes.
Yeah, Trigg County was determined to not let Cam Spikes get loose on them tonight. They've been watching our tape, and, I think that Coach McClung and Coach Stallings on the offensive side of the football basically decided we're going to do what the defense gives us. I mean, if you're going to put 8 guys in the box, you're going to bring your safety up. We've got guys that can get deep on them. And we got deep on them tonight. Luke Parker, Luke Maddox both had big nights, 130, 160 respectively. And Dalen was just, he was just chucking it all over the field tonight. If you would have showed me everything with the passing stats, I'd have been a little worried knowing that was the, 20 first downs to 16, 200-plus yards rushing to minus 16. I thought that's going to be a tough game for us to win. But it wasn't. I mean, we were able to get opportune turnovers, and we were able to stop them when we had to, and then when we stopped them, we capitalized on every possession that second half.
Great segue into talking about the defense a little bit. 19 tackles. Jack Roach, was it 16?
16 for Leighton Wall, yeah.
And Luke Parker with another interception.
Yep.
So he stays at least near the top in the state. May have the lead depending on what the other 3 or 4 kids tied with him did going into tonight, and a chance to break the Caldwell County record with a couple more maybe next week against Fort Campbell. So that'll be interesting to watch.
And again, a huge play by Drew Stevens there.
Yeah.
Early in the third quarter, the Trigg first drive, 2-score game at that point, and just had a ball sail on him, and Drew took it and knew what to do with it when he got it. He went the right way with it.
I love the way the team responded at the half to Coach McClung. They came out at one point, a 40-point margin in this one. Caldwell County ends up with a 54-22 win. Let's give away a few awards, and we'll hit 139 back to Princeton. Let's start out with the Parker Eye Care Award, Eye on the Tiger, and that's being given by Parker Eye Care. If you're tired of dry, itchy eyes, discover relief with Optolite by Luminous at Parker Eye Care. Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to bright, clear vision. Learn more at parkereyecare.com. See you on the field with Parker Eye Care. You're always in clear sight.
Yeah, Dennis, in a game like this, I can't just give it to one guy. But, I mean, the guy I'm going with right now is Dalen Lander. 398, 6 touchdowns to 5 different receivers. That's a stat line that any level of quarterback would be elated with. What a game by Dalen. And then my other guy, Jack Roach, with 19 tackles. I mean, what a great job by Jack.
And Jack's not going to quit. You better watch it getting on the bus, or Jack may make it 20. That's how he plays. But I love how the kid plays and getting ready for a big basketball season out of him as well.
Yep.
Let's go to the Power Line play of the game, brought to you by the Princeton Electric Plant Board. Powering your lives and lighting up your nights, the Princeton Electric Plant Board's community spirit shines bright. Entrusted with the glow of our fields, they keep our Tigers' pathways illuminated to victory. A shout-out goes to the Caldwell County Tigers as they roar through the season.
Well, I got 3 guys here. You know, our interior linemen on the defensive side of the football played really well tonight. Garner, Duke, and Layton. Layton with 16 tackles. Duke Ward made a couple of nice gap shots there. Even though we gave up a little yardage, we bent, but we didn't break too much. We gave up a couple of touchdowns with our starters in the game. So those 3 guys get the Power Line player of the game tonight.
I like it. Well deserved. That takes us up to the play of the game, and I love this one, especially on a night like this where it's a new name, but the play of the game, Ken.
Absolutely, Dennis. Third quarter just started, 2-score game, and Drew Stevens comes up with a big pick 6. And that just put the game out of reach at that point. You could see the demeanor on Trigg County. They kind of dropped their shoulders a little bit, and for all intents and purposes, the game was over at that point.
Yeah, that opened the floodgates for Caldwell County and Lander just to cap it off.
I mean, just imagine if that would have went the other way, if they would have had a sustained drive, 6 or 7 minute drive, scored a touchdown, got the conversion. Now it's 26-21, right? Instead, it was 33-14 on that pick 6.
Right.
So a huge turnaround there for Caldwell County. And my buddy Drew Stevens, you got to love that kid, man. He's a good, hard player and great athletic kid and multi-sport athlete. Of course, Earl, his grandfather, and John H., his dad, played for Caldwell County at a high level. And his brother Jack and his brother Eli, and so they have a bit of a pedigree there, and Drew is just adding to their story, so I'm really proud of old Drew tonight.
Some good kids, and we got some updates on Jack at the golf tournament last week. I got a chance to play with our new baseball coach, John H. Stevens,
yes, sir.
last Friday in Eddyville, and had a great time there. So congratulations to Drew and Jack doing well in college as well. So a good game for a lot of Tigers tonight. Caldwell County 54, Trigg County 22. We're going to go to Fort Campbell next week. We'll kick it off with Football Friday with Scott Brown at 5:30 next Friday night. Todd and Coach McClung with the coaches show at 6 o'clock. The pregame show with Ken and myself coming up at 6:30. Travis Construction and Concrete pregame show. And then it's the Tigers and the Falcons. Fort Campbell used to be a power in football. I mean, just if they had a chance to score 80, they didn't care if it was your starters or if it was your reserves. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, on into
in the 90s.
Close to 90s.
What was the kid that played for Mike?
For UK, yeah.
I can't remember. It was Michael Johnson. Yeah, he was a man among boys.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that revolves around the general they have on staff there. Yeah. If he's a football guy, he wants to get football guys in. Sometimes they're soccer guys, and they have such a revolving door of players that come through there. They can retool overnight almost in that group there. So, yeah, there's certainly it's an odd team because you just never know who's going to be there the next year. But yeah, you're right. They used to be a powerhouse. Of course, when we had them on the schedule during the 2010s and in early 20s, they were not what they used to be. It was almost a sure win for Caldwell County. And we missed those teams on our schedule now this year. We replaced Battle and Fort Campbell for Graves and McCracken. So if we had Battle and Fort Campbell, we would have, 6 wins, But, yeah, they're going to be a challenge. They're going to throw the football, and I'm looking forward to that game. Hey, we need to win a playoff game. We hadn't won one since 2018, and that's a long time ago.
Well, this will be big. Caldwell County, you're walking a fine line. You want to go in with a lot of confidence. You want to go in with the belief that you can beat Fort Campbell. You're going to watch some stuff on them, but you can't overlook Fort Campbell. You can't get complacent in practice. You can't get soft saying, well, if Trigg beat Fort Campbell, then we ought to walk over them. That doesn't work like that because Fort Campbell will spring up and throw an upset on you. They also
beat Madisonville.
Team. Yeah, they did beat Madisonville, who is beating Murray tonight 41-3 in the fourth quarter of that game. So it's a team that we've got to take seriously and put all of your focus right on Fort Campbell.
Listen, I think, Dennis, this game we could win by 20 or we could lose by 20. Right. I mean, it is that kind of football game. I couldn't even begin to tell you who's the favorite here in this game. If you look at the RPI, we're about 1/10 of a point ahead of them, so it should be a pretty good game.
But on the road, you're going to give 3 of those back. So
that's right.
So who knows on it?
That's
it's
right.
It's going to be a good one next week. Hope you'll tune in for us if you can't make the trip. But if you can, get on base and go support the Tigers next week in that one. Saturday morning quarterback coming up tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Biscuit Barn. And that's going to be a good show after a couple of good solid wins by Caldwell County. Looking forward to that. That's going to wrap us up here tonight from Trigg County. The final, once again, Caldwell 54 and Trigg County 22 for Todd Griffin down on the sideline with the Go Green reports. We appreciate his efforts tonight. Camden McGregor in the truck for us, doing a great job all season, Ken. We got to get him one of these awards post-game sometime along the ways.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties early, but Camden came to the rescue, man.
He clears them right up, and I'll take part of the blame for that first one because that was on me. For Ken Parker, we're here with me having a ball this season. I'm Dennis Stevens. Thank you for listening tonight to Tiger Football. We'll see you next week from Fort Campbell.